play Space Harrier.
I want to play Space Harrier too. Give me Space Harrier. I want it. Oh my goodness, do I want it? Hello everyone. How are you all doing? Hello Bulk, hello Joa, hello Cricket, Space Harrier 3. I mean, there was a 3D polygonal Space Harrier game in like 2000, I think. It was arcade only. I should try emulating that sometime. It looks like the most Dreamcast game ever, but never actually got a Dreamcast port. It's a bit of a shame. Maybe it would have been a tough fit for a console, I don't know, but I don't care. I want to play Space Harrier. How are we doing, everyone? Hope you're all well. I'm very aware I'm not streaming with a particularly high amount of regularity at the moment, and if I'm honest, I think especially at the moment, I don't know if I'll commit to say like, oh, I'm definitely streaming this day or that day. I'm usually like that anyway, but I think especially at the moment. Like this, I'd like to do this the next few days, but I said that the last time, and that didn't happen. So, thanks everyone so much for your patience on that front. We'll get this in when we can, but it might be quite sporadic as it's been years. There was a queue on the songs bulk, it should be the next one. I was gonna ask if that was a bit quiet, but looking at the desktop audio, it definitely wasn't. Like, as in, when I say desktop audio, I mean the
doctor thinks you're basic.
Audio meter on the... I don't know why I'm surprised, like, but why are there random sound effects? Of course there are. I put it there. I'm so happy. But yeah, I hope we're all well. I don't know how long we'll stream for. I never know how long. But I especially Lisa, especially Bart. No, I especially don't know how long I'll be today. I'm always a bit intimidated. I don't know about you guys, I'm always a little intimidated going back to a game after. I think it's been a week. I think it was Thursday. Last week we last streamed this. But this is probably one of the more forgiving games to go back to after a while. There's not a lot to remember here in terms of controls, which I do like. Yeah, just... I can put those on shortcuts as well, whenever I get those. Yeah, an auto map, tab, cool. Yeah, not too much to remember on that front here. So that's cool. Although I do need to remember what level I've got next. It's probably the latest one I have available, I think. Yeah, so we definitely did 2 and 3. I think we got to 4. Oh god, the music's so good in this game. Oh, and speaking of, since I've, Jara, I know you know this, since I've last streamed this, there's now a Digital Foundry Retro episode on this game, and I cannot recommend it enough. Fantastic watch that was. The guy who does it, John Linneman, he goes for like all the different versions of this. The thing that kind of astounded me is the N64 version's frame rate doesn't seem too bad. Which is pretty good going for like a
bound only by the
very early
wrapper of mortality. A soul here lies, struggling to be free.
Oh, look at that! I want to get that, but I can't. But yeah, for like, oh, yes, I can. But yeah, for like an early N64 game, I guess that was the trade-off of it having, you might recall. How is it? Oh, is it gameplay? There we go. Given it had that much fog, I guess that was kind of the compromise. Probably not a bad one. I mean, well, it's kind of what this game's infamous for, but... And see, that I love this non-linearity as well. Like, right off the bat, I've just been like, screw the path forward, we're going behind the entrance. We're going this way. Well, we are also turning Despite I just said we are turning the draw distance back on. Actually, that's a funny thing. The Digital Foundry Retro episode did show there's a, if you bring, where is it? Yeah, if you bring that up, you can, like, type in commands to that. And one of the ones you can do is, to completely eliminate fog, because there's still a tiny bit of playing like this, not too much. But then you see, like, kind of see seams in the level you weren't meant to, like wooden poles that just kind of stop mid-air, because that would have been obscured by fog, so... So we have a bit of fog, we embrace the fog. That's okay. Oh, also, one cool thing I learned from that video, I did think the default swimming speed was a bit slow. If you double tap forward... Hey. Which, I don't know how that would have been on the 64 controller, just wreck the analog stick, constantly moving that forward. Get you some practice for ruining your thumbs for Mario Party, I guess. It's would have been the fault, wouldn't you? The fog is there because of Lex Luthor. Yeah, thanks for linking me again, Joe. It's like, I love Digital Foundry Retro. That's one of those, there's not a lot of YouTube shows these days, actually, that I'm there day one for a new episode for, but Digital Foundry Retro episodes are always that. Very routine, though. As I said, I was quite impressed with what... It's really crazy what they accomplished on the 64 with this game. Like, the scale of the levels is immense. I mean, they had to kind of pay the price for it in terms of how foggy the game is, sure, but... And I think also that's why you get things like repeated textures, or like the point he made in that video was how the assets they had to make levels were a little limited just because of... presumably because of low cartridge space. So that's where you sometimes get samey looking environments, but... whatever, this game's still, still absolutely tremendous. Still a darn good laugh. And some of you might not have seen that. Ooh. Oh, where's that? Oh, hello. Hello. He's just standing there gormlessly. Look at that face, he was so bewildered, he didn't know what to do. Understandable. But did I just kill a defenseless man? I mean, he was loaded, but... maybe he was daydreaming. God, how guilt-tripping. But yeah, I hope we're all well today. It was so cool to see you stream Mad Max, Jara. That's a lovely way to, as you say, kind of, if you haven't streamed for a while, it's a lovely way to segue back into it, just stream a game you know, and greatly enjoy, just sort of familiar. You do what you want, man. If you're done with Dark Souls, that's cool. If you want to leave it a bit, that's also cool. If you want to delete your save file and vanquish your copy, whatever you want, dude, it's completely your call, man. Just getting to see you play Dark Souls at all was such a trip.
Hello.
Or stream at all. Yeah, I've really... Oh god, what? What? Oh my god, look what they've done. Oh, they've really wrapped the fog up here, haven't they? Yeah, I've, Oh, I won't do it now. I'll load my Switch up at some point to see my playtime on Breath of the Wild. I think it's maybe 140 hours? Which is actually relatively... I know that can go way higher on that game, especially if you play through it again. That is having done all shrines on it. But I don't think I've got really anything to say on Breath of the Wild that you haven't heard a million times. I don't think I've got a very unique perspective on it. Like, pretty much anyone with a pulse. Like, oh god, we still miss quite a lot. I absolutely adore it. God, my Switch got just played constantly for like the first month when that came out. And I'm really looking forward to playing it on that Wii U emulator one day. I have kind of got it set up, but I find emulation gets really fiddly when you have you're playing with systems where games can get patches. Like, I always find that process really cumbersome, trying to apply patch files to ROMs and all that. I'm gonna do that with Breath of the Wild on that. But I'd love to play that with like a higher resolution and even frame rate, from what I understand, although I think there are a few quirks of it still, in terms of game logic. It's already a gorgeous looking game as it is. That low with that bump. This is great fun, isn't it? It's smartly laid out because you're never completely, figuratively or literally, you're never completely in the dark here, are you? Hey! See, one early N64 star went into me, and then their name. Turok says, I am Turok. Very good at self-identification. There's no ambiguity. And to be honest, I think for the longest time I didn't even realise it was called Turok because that was the main character's name. Which it kind of cracked me up, but I don't know how many... Are there a lot of Turoks out there in the world? I don't know what I thought it referred to, just sort of... I mean, it's a cool kind of evocative name, it does catch your attention, doesn't it? Maybe I thought it was a species of dinosaur knowingly. I still do. Oh god, I can't find my way back to the entrance. We get back and I still have missed half of it, won't I? Oh god. This probably looks awful on stream as well, because I always notice like you get like blotchy compression artifacts. I should check actually, because I'm actually I am streaming at a slightly higher resolution today, 900p. I know, right? Steady on. And as a consequence, also a higher bitrate. I'll be watching the stream back to. I mean, if there are any problems with it stuttering and whatnot, please do let me know. Oh no, I've got the map, haven't I? Oh, oh, there we go. I'm so glad we spent as long here as we have. I think just for an extra life, basically. Oh, damn it. Hello, Jeff. Thank you for the host. Thank you. Oh, just wash it up, is it, Joa? No worries.
I've made a huge mistake.
Which sound effect is quiet? Gonna make it is quiet, is it? Oh. Problem is, because I've got so many of them now, it takes so long to change the volume on them all. Hey, I think that's everything now. Oh, actually there's one right in front of us. Oh, that seemed like a cool, unique item, but I didn't know what it was. We haven't been told. No, fine, whatever. That'll be done. This almost reminds me, it might be the low poly... Ah, damn it, there's like one tiny... This game's equivalent of a coin in the corner. Because I am tediously exacting. I don't know, what was that, like a D-cell battery? Like a little zappy sound. Ah! But yeah, it almost reminds me, I'm thinking Ocarina of Time a little bit almost, like that could just be like, there could be like a Deku scrub over there trying to sell, sell Deku shields or whatnot. Cool. So... God, we spent a while already and we still haven't really gotten very far at all. Yeah, no worries at all, Jeff. Thanks so much for hosting and coming in still. Hope you're well, sir. Hey, look at DK dance. Thank you, Bulk. Did you guys know DK could shimmy? No, really, did you? Oh god, that was a good time to be looking away. Yeah, so this is kind of strange, really. Oh, checkpoint. Oh, cool. So we haven't. We started the level and we just gone behind the entrance. Like I didn't even really.
Death stalks you at every turn.
It kind of does actually. When we look how precarious this is. Turok don't care. He's clearly no fright of heights on this. Oh my god, check that out. Ooh, can we get... Oh, we probably got to drop down to that, I think. No, we can't get there. But we can get here. The thing I've realised with this game over time is it's actually very lenient. Which is kind of ideal in an FPS, really. It's very lenient with how you step off the platform. You've still got quite a window of time in which you can jump. Oh god! Like that. Like, I don't know if you saw that closely, but I was quite a bit off the platform when I jumped. I still pretty much leap in real life while doing it out of my heart left as I try and do it. Speaking of hearts getting mangled. Hey! I can go for a picnic. Oh, this might loop back to the start of the level, actually. Let's have a look. Yeah, I might recall this. This is quite a... Again, I just can't get over the scale of this game. Considering that it seemingly was primarily an N64 game. But again, that's sort of the trade-off I guess they did by having so much fog in it. Oh, it always looks like I could make that, but I don't really fancy my chances. That would be very exciting to watch me try and meet that, but I'm chickening out. He says as he nearly careens off there. Oops. Treetops. Oh, Spyro, yeah. So that could stand to be a bit quieter, couldn't it? The Proteus death sound. Yeah, that Treetops level, man, because I did go for 100% on Spyro 1 on PSP of all places. Oh, I can't remember if I played that on PSP or Vita, that game. I need to be careful of these ones. And yeah, Treetops is a pain of a level to... Oh, that's a key, is it? Oh, okay. Cool, so we did definitely need to go back. So if you look, we're right back at the start. So we've made no progress. That's a lie, we have. Because we went all the way down there, and then we went up there, got a key, and life is good. Oh god, no it's not. Not until I sort you out. There we go. Oh, this game's really fun. It's a shame it took me a week to get back to it. As I said, thanks so much everyone for your patience on that front. If I'm honest, it's going to be a while before I guarantee... Well, I never really guarantee what I'm going to stream next, but it's especially not going to be the case at the moment, probably. I'd like to do... Oh, gosh, I would like to do... oh, no, this is just... Okay. No, we don't need to go yet. Ideally, I would like to do tomorrow and at least one of the weekend days, but I'd probably better not guarantee that in advance, just in case. We'll have to see on that for it. Yeah, great sense of scale in this game, isn't there, Joe? It is pretty wonderful for that. Again, I just can't believe they got this on an N64. And the 64 in a lot of ways would have been the one better suited to like a large scale world like this, because you can, from what I understand, it's easy to sort of, the textures making up the ground here and the walls and whatnot, they can be quite large on the N64. Whereas I understand on like PlayStation and Saturn, like to make an environment like this would take much more polygons. So the N64 has that advantage, but it's also, I think it's like more limited in RAM, and obviously the cartridge space as well would have been a big limit on how much they could do in terms of like, as I say, it seems like they did have to limit asset number in one or two ways because of that. So it seemingly was the right console for it to come out on in that sense, but they still, I mean, it's the N64, so there's still limitations, of course. And then there definitely were, obviously there were games the PS1 could have done better. Ta. Speaking of PS1 and 64 era. Oh god. God, why is everyone so murderous around here? Do you know, fella? No, I don't either. So, let's try and catch up with chat. Forgive me, I'm let's have a look. Yeah, I'm. Oh god, yeah, the racing levels in the third Spyro game are pretty gnarly. Yeah, it's. Those are definitely no. Hey! Remember how much crap I got for killing that? What was it? I can't remember now. Was it a polar bear in Mother 1? Deer stays alive. I mean, you'll be at luck, 'cause I'll probably kill one by accident at some point. Or at least shoot one, but right after that mud bath. Oh god! Don't let me get that close to a Velociraptors incisors again. Oh god, these rooms are really cool. They're lovely little self-contained platforming challenges. But these things do make me nervous because they're very they really challenge my depth perception. And these ones aren't too bad, at least so far. But the last time we saw them, they were coming at all sorts of angles that I couldn't really work out very well in 3D space where they were. Whee. Cool. Come on, you. Yes, I know, I know. Yeah, the sound design is so good on this game as well. We'll swap between the... Actually, yeah, we'll do that now. Swap between PC and N64 soundtracks. So they both seem very good. I think I'd probably prefer the PC one, but I like them both enough from what I've heard that we'll swap between them a lot. Just both really great, like, atmospheric percussion-led soundtracks. Just suit the atmosphere of the game to it too. Did a lovely job on that. And I love that with any kind of remaster like this. Just give me the... If there's something like that where there are notable differences between them, and especially for people who visited the game, like some might be more nostalgic for the 64 PC soundtrack, depending on which one they played. Just always give the option if you can, you know? That's what I loved about the Sonic CD remaster. Like, that game desperately needed a re-release that had both the American and Japanese soundtracks. So I'm glad they did that. Oh god. This might not be... Again, this game's quite lenient in terms of how far you can go off a platform before jump. Oh god. Before jumping. There goes that food. Got that! Ain't no fair on my Turok boy. Oh my god! How many hits do you take, fella? Really should have had the, well, not a pistol for that. That's okay. Hello, Danny! Hello! You would have encouraged the polar bear killing, and then guilted me about it for a laugh. So it made me feel bad both ways. Successfully too, I bet. Hello, Danny, how you doing? Thanks so much for coming in. Depth perception, pal, look into it. This would be a good game with 3DS style, god. With you know. This would be a good game with 3DS style 3D, actually, wouldn't it? Hey. Hey, we got armor. I like armor. How do we get up there? I'll try to remember, there are trees we can climb in this, but I don't think we've had any on this level yet. Yeah, there is a lot of platform in this game, which is not... Ooh, here we go. Nice. I like this. I think I did see the Digital Foundry video as well. You can knock over trees as well, I'm pretty sure. Maybe you need to do it with explosive. Wait, oh, good. Well, we established that, and it also bonked us on the head. Successful experiment, I'd say. Thankfully, no one was around to see us make a fool of ourselves, so that's okay. Dignity's been saved. For once. There we go. So yeah, at some point as well, I want to stream the Super Mario Bros. 3 randomizer. But first I need to play through it on my Switch, just as a quick practice, which I'm doing here and now. I think I'm on the second world now. And to say the most redundant statements that's ever been redundant, Mario 3 is very good, isn't it? It's just I know it pretty well by this, but okay, I'm not gonna say like I know it like exactly, but like a lot of the levels are kind of familiar to me and they're still so well designed and enjoyable to go through. So that'll be a good laugh. We'll do the Mario 3 randomizer at some point. Ooh, the lost levels. Yeah, so I'm right in saying those are the ones that are on the cartridge but just not accessible in the game, right? Then they unlock them. God. How long have you been waiting up there, you dork? Oh god. That's why I just can't. It's me being a snarky ass, but whenever there's like an ambush like that, I'm just like, how long were you up there? Did you have like lunch breaks? Can't be much fun.
Savage attack!
Nah. God, don't you just love flying enemies? This is why I'm quite glad the mouse and keyboard controls are pretty spot on in this. What? Oh. So I guess that's the level exit, but we're definitely not done. Oh, I did wonder that as well, how it'd be clear if we've... so if you look, there's three... These panels represent the keys we need on this level. That one being lit up means we've got 1 out of 4 there. I think? Oh, but then those are... Oh, I don't know, actually. Oh. Oh, that's confusing. Yeah, I'll figure it out later. Yeah, we weren't meant to go in that, yeah, we're not done. Weird layout to this level, actually. It's a good layout, it's a bit of a strange one. It would be awkward if they dropped their lunch. Maybe the lunch was the ambush. Never underestimate the bludgeon capacity of bologna, my friend. Okay, so yeah, that's the way we just went. So we got that back there really quickly, so that's alright. This is where I probably realised I need to drop my kill everything in sight philosophy. For once in my life, it's not a sacrifice I like to make often if I can. But it's noticeably like, okay, enemies are respawning. So who wants to bet these are going to come alive at some point? And anyone taking any? In the car. Oh god. Oh god. Ah! Oh no, it's close! No, it's not. I was just going into... Oh my god. Oh, I love the N64 controller. I think unironically.
That would be an ecumenical matter!
But I am struggling to imagine doing a bit like that on the 64 pad. Would be a bit tricky, wouldn't it? So I mean, I don't know how much you could like circle strafe on the I'd be curious to... There's a lot of that to know. That's also an N64 sound effect, actually. That's the Pokemon Stadium announcer. At some point I'll load this up on an N64 emulator just to kind of compare. I mean, I got an impression of the 64 one from the Digital Foundry video, but... Again, it seems like, I mean, it's not the version you'd want to play of this today, but... They did a pretty damn good job, all things considered, it looks like. For it to be such an early release on the system, to have this kind of scope and scale to it. Oh god. Smack, 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 smack. Okay, that was not very good. Because I don't really want to waste ammo on these, but it's also really hard to do that without getting hit. So that's great. Oh god. Yeah, I had like 10 seconds to react to that, so I got no excuse there. Oh, bugger off. Ah! Come on, you. Hey! Oh, this game is just so playable. They, I don't know how much they would have reconfigured the controls of this from the PC release. The early one. That would be in there. Like, from the Digital Foundry video, it seems like the PC version was a bit flawed in a few ways. especially if you want to play it on like Windows 10. So this is one of those great remasters where it's just making the game so much more easily accessible. And as I say, just making by far the definitive version of it. So we could always do with re-releases like that. Yeah, honestly, it is, I love that there's the option for what I assume is the N64 draw distance on this, but I think it's a fair trade-off given just how enormous these levels are. And like, to think this was just such an early FPS of this type, especially in the console space, to be pretty much fully polygonal like this game is. Like, there's not, it doesn't really use sprites for anything, like a lot of games of this time do. Sorry, I'll turn my phone on silent as well. Okay, so we need one more key. Might be quite a short level. Might be quite a short level, this actually. All the guns will be in loot boxes. Nah, we're safe here. We're safe on that. Let's take crit bits with the free handles. They lost their acclaim. But it is funny because I think Acclaim were, for the longest time, they were considered kind of a bad, like. They often were a bit of a trashy publisher. Like they did things like those BM Triple X games, like during the GameCube era, which were, name is what it says on the tin, really, and like some notoriously kind of misguided marketing ploys. Like, I think for the GameCube PS2 era Turok game, there was something like a competition where if you name your child Turok, they'll give you a copy of the game. It was something weird like that. And I think it was the same with like the Shadow Man PS2 era game where it was something stupid like if you inscribe just Shadow Man on someone, like a family relative's grave, there was weird stuff like that. It's just the marketing executives having a good bit of fun, it seems like. All a bit bonkers. But it seems like the N64 era was probably their best period. Like, before that, they did a lot of pretty bad licensed stuff, it seems like. Some pretty shoddy movie tie-ins and whatnot. Yeah, I can see that, actually, Cricket. Yeah, they're like, portraits on the floor. Okay, I won't lie, I'm actually a bit, so we're missing one key on this level. Ooh, get that at least. Hey! I did worry about lives, but we have got 7 right now, so I guess we're doing alright on that front. I still don't really know what happens if you run out. I mean, obviously game over appears, but I don't know if that then means we need to like reload a save or if it respawns us. I don't know how cruel it is. I mean, this is a game with a lot of bottomless pits, so it feels like a game you could chew through lives on if you're really not careful. Okay, so we need to... Right, it's definitely not in there. Another key, I don't think. So we did that, and then that went to that portal. No. I have to admit, I always worry as well with streaming on a first-person shooter. I don't know if it's a bit nauseating to watch a game with a first-person camera's perspective where it moves about as quick as this. If you're not the one controlling it, I hope not. My streams aren't good enough to justify horrible motion sickness. Or good in any capacity, really. Right, okay, I think I know where we're going now. Oh, that's a minigun bullets. I got a cool plasma-y, a bit Duke Nukem-esque, I'd say, that weapon. Although Turok has a bit more class than Duke Nukem. He has better one-liners. I like the one where he mentions what his name is. Okay. Oh god, this music's so cool in this. Although, speaking of, well, So back to the PC soundtrack. I love that it's so seamless like that as well. You can just do that mid-game, no problem. Probably to accommodate for indecisive people like me who just want to keep swapping between them. Oh, the final level on Mario Odyssey, Crooked. Yeah, that was one of those ones though where I first came across. I was like, oh god, I'm never gonna do. Well, I am gonna try and do it eventually, but it's gonna be so tough. And I don't think I went back to it for the longest time. And then when I finally did, I think it took me a few attempts, and then I just about got it. I mean, the tricky thing with it is that it's so long to go without being able to die without just getting sent back so far, isn't it? Yeah, well done on doing that. Happy to be past that hurdle, I'm assuming. Bye. There we go. Ooh, it'll be a while since we've seen a dino. I don't know if we ever get like oh god. What? I don't know if we ever get like T-Rexes in this game. That might be a bit... maybe a bit ambitious for like a 96, 97 release. I was reading this was a launch game in PAL territories or N64. But then the N64 came out here a lot later than it did in the US. I mean, they got it in 96. We didn't get it until, I think, like March 97. And then my family, we got our N64 the Christmas of 97. But as I say, unfortunately, never played Turok back in the day, so I am... It's a shame, because as we've established, Turok is my biological son, so I really should have. Very bad fatherhood on my behalf. But I am making amends. There we go. If you do a cow and T-Rex, throw your hat in it, yeah! Yes. You know, I've talked to people who played Mario Odyssey without, like... They were like, what, there was a T-Rex on the first level? I guess you could miss it. I mean, it's kind of sleeping off on a hill, but... I'm still just amazed, like, you could overlook that? I guess anything can happen. Then I've almost certainly overlooked obvious stuff in games anyway, so... That was so funny. I remember that Mario Odyssey trailer as well. I think it was E3, the E3 the year it came out, and if I recall, I think I thought it was Monster Hunter at first. So I was like, oh, there's a dinosaur-like creature, and I was like, well, wait, would they have a dinosaur? Would they have a T-Rex in Monster Hunter? I guess, maybe. And then the little cappy hat came out. I was like, ah, that's fun. God, I did love Odyssey. Lovely little game. It's a shame it's a tiny bit of a grind to get 999 moons on it. But they have at least made that a bit... that's a bit more bearable with the Luigi Balloon World little minigame they added as post-launch free DLC. That's quite a good way to rack up coins in that. Because a lot of the moons you'll be buying in that game anyway. Sonic Adventure 2 Remaster. Well, it's funny, talking about T-Rex, talking about T-Rex that came from this era, I imagine Tomb Raider would be the one that comes to mind. So that's one of the iconic moments of that generation, just the... I did want to stream those at some point as well, the Tomb Raider. At least the very first one. Again, kind of another series I've not got a lot of experience with. But another one I read about a lot in magazines from this era, just like Turok, yeah. Ow. Yeah, I think this was, I don't think this was the first third-party N64 release, but it was certainly kind of a major tentpole release. And I know I'm referencing this a lot, but as the Digital Foundry video pointed out, the N64, bless its soul, did have a bit of a sparse release schedule. So any kind of title it could get was going to be celebrated. But this was quite a title to celebrate. It's so weird to think of a generation where Nintendo handily had the best console for first-person shooters. I mean, there are some good ones on PS1 as well, to be fair. Like a pretty solid for the time port of Doom 1 and 2 among others. But yeah, like the one generation where Nintendo was the go-to machine for first-person shooters in the console space, anyway. Certainly not really something that stuck over time. There we go. There we go, cover-based mechanics. Well, loosely. I think this is still going to be like probably the shortest level we've done so far, even though we've still spent a good bit of time on there. Again, these are quite big levels in this game. Like, there's less than 10 of them, so I guess that was the kind of way to compensate for that. There we go. God, I hate those red laser shooty ones. You're alright, you die in like one hit, but what? What, did I kick his... What? Oh, was it... What? I was confused then, because like, oh, he's already dead. Oh, I guess it's the grenade. Sent him flying. Not very respectful of the dead, my friend. Jeez. Oh god, where'd you come from? Oh, bloody... God, you guys have a lot of mates, don't you? What's like the Turok goon social media state like? Was this like a Facebook event they all went to? To totally spare up the fully armed maniacal dinosaur hunting man. I like their odds. Luigi Bloom will piss me off. Does it still have the issue where you because the problem I ran into on Luigi's Balloon World on Mario Odyssey is that people were using glitches to get into like behind the wall you weren't meant to go past or stuff like that. So they were basically impossible to get unless you knew the exact method to the glitch. And the thing is, you're usually trying to play Luigi's Balloon World to make money. Like in-game money. But if you gotta like retry one like that over and over again, then it's not gonna really work out as profitable in the end. This bit's quite cool. How do I get up? Can't see an obvious way to get... Oh, we've got the key here, I just want the goodies on the side. We must get up there somehow, right? But how? God, this feels so precarious. This just reminds me a little bit of the Sonic Adventure 1 level as well. Lost World, I think? So there you go, name of a Jurassic Park film. Level reminds me of a dinosaur hunting game. Yeah, I have no idea how I get, Looks like I should be able... I don't think I could... Oh god. Oh, they knock you, Oh, come on! Damn it. Oh, it was worth a try. Well, never mind. I'm a bit nervous about... Yeah, quite. I'm a bit nervous about losing. I mean, we got 6, so we're alright. But I don't like lose 5 lives at once, you know? Oh, I can't believe that. It really looked like I was going to make that. So cruel. Must be a path I'm missing. I mean, if I can't find it, I can't find it.
I'm gonna make it.
Hey. That Rin's is bitterly ironic, though. I didn't make it. Very well played. Yeah, I'm just not seeing what I need to do to get that. I'm not attempting that jumping. I feel like that could have been a jump we could have made, but I don't really fancy my chances. Oh, no worries, Joa. No worries. While you've been gone, I definitely have not been dying in any capacity. Absolutely not. Just so you know. Yeah, I'm over to go. Wait, Turok 2. Well, John, there's a Turok 2 remaster out by the same team. I've got it. Is that what you're referring to, or is like they're not doing an actual all-out remake, are they? Because I got Turok 1 and 2 on here in the bundle, and they're both remasters of this style. See, I think that was the last key we needed on this level. I feel like I'm having to backtrack here a bit, actually, which we don't usually have to do in this game. Got me wondering if I've missed something somewhere. You know, add electric dance to it. Electric boogaloos. Very good. See, I think we could just go. It's just a very weird level in this game. Yeah, we're kind of at the point of this now. We've got a pretty big, got quite a large roster of weapons though. We're pretty well kitted out. So we don't have to worry too much about running out of stuff. Oh, here we go. It's the other thing with this game as well, these save points are quite far apart. Oh, look at this. Check this out. I know what this reminds me of. It reminds me of like crates appearing, I think, right below your feet in Crash Bandicoot 1, I think. God, where is this taking us? Pretty neat, this, isn't it? Clever effect. They must have like had just like just invisible platforms there and there. Okay, is this taking us back the way we came, or no? I think we are going there. Oh, look! I think it's taking us to that weapon. Oh my god. I feel like Turok's about to look down while the coyote start and just like fall. Way! Oh, that was a good journey. Hello. No. Did that?
Taken a fancy to me, have you?
Oh, they bounce quite a bit. I can't aim these for the life of me. Hello. Ah, God. That is really... This has got destructible trees. This is a 96, 97 game. I mean, apparently it's just like an animation that's always going to fall the same way, but... God damn. Good game, Turok. Oh, God. Well, I can't be anywhere near that, can I? Oh, this game is cool. Inspired Animal Crossing! Oh man, was there ever a... I don't think there's ever been a dinosaur villager in Animal Crossing, has there? Certainly not a Velociraptor one. But there are trees you can knock down, indeed. Well, I guess, would these be stegosauruses? Or along those lines? They don't quite fit the typical image I have of a stegosaurus, but... Oh, is this a puzzle thing? Well, I didn't know if that was like you have to press these in particular order. Oh, hello. Maybe I have to go back to the warp fin on there. Oh my god, can we have a mod of this game so we can play as... oh god, what's this character's name? Jeff Goldblum. Oh, Dr. Ian Malcolm, yeah, can we have an Ian Malcolm, like, dodgy N64 face texture that we can stick onto Turok? I know there was, I guess around the time of this, there was a game based on the Lost World Jurassic Park for PS1 and Saturn, and I think Mega Drive as well, funnily enough. Very late release for that system in '97.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. Can we have a Baldric mod as well while we're at it? Ah, here we go. Oh, what do these come down? Oh, are they timed? I want my goodies, but are they... Yeah, maybe I just need to rush. We can do that. We're certainly, Turok certainly runs at a fast enough pace to be able to quickly, I think that's what that was anyway, they just kind of timed out, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, so... Jump. Oh, we gotta do these individually, I think. Oh, that's a bit of a backtrack, kind of, Yeah, I assume those will time out. Because we just came, I think maybe the middle one? I think we were just warped to. Let's have a look. Oh, oh, I see. It's coming. Turok 2 is coming to Switch. Oh, that's it, Joe. Nice. Yeah, because I think Turok 1 hit Switch a few months ago. Yeah, so they got the Turok 2 one on the way now, which is really neat. Yeah, it's something quite nice about it. Like, this series obviously has a history of Nintendo hardware, so even though it's not the kind of game that would typify later Nintendo systems, but it's still cool to get on there, isn't it? So I think this will be one of them here. Oh god. Ah! So I'm trying to get to the warp panel up here. I'll get shot at.
Must go faster.
Yeah! I'm trying, Ian, I'm trying, buddy. There we go. So then... The thing is, we've, on normal difficulty, this game's not too tough. I shouldn't say that too far in advance, really, should I? But... it's not too bad. So we probably don't absolutely desperately need these, but... Right, let's see if we can find the warp for... Because I think we are done on this level, basically. We did get a cool snazzy grenade launcher like that. Third core of the yeah, so what's that like? Well, probably a couple of months from now, right? Do I... Yeah, a little subtle kind of, you'll look for little bits in the environment you can... Oh god. Oh my, oh, I was terrified then. I thought I got stuck in the scenery. Like I did behind that tree on the first stream. And it doesn't quite happen, so that's nice. Like not getting stuck behind trees. Big contrarian, I know. Oh, I think I've seen that box. Yeah, Joe. Oh, so you played Turok 2 but not 1. Oh, okay, interesting. I think Turok 2 was 98. I think I saw. So that would be one of the N64's biggest releases that year, alongside I mean, obviously Ocarina of Time, Banjo-Kazooie, 1080 Snowboarding. What else came out in 98 for 64? So there's Smash Brothers was 99. I could say maybe Mario Golf, but I think that might be 99 as well. Yeah, I know N64 magazine gave the second game, I think 95%, so they were very keen on that. And yeah, as I say, we've got the second game on here. This might be the typical sort of thing where it takes me a while to stream the second game after the first one. So I probably won't move on to that straight away, but it's on your Reddit. Definitely do it at some point. See, I thought I'd be safe to only have my left hand on the keyboard so I could drink a bit of my beer with my right hand. And then I had to get ambushed by everyone under the sun. That's okay. Yeah, oh god. Yeah, one tricky thing with this, where is it? Field of view. Oh, here it is, yeah. Yes, I think the game's designed for this field of view, really. But because we kind of play it at that, enemies can kind of melee attack us a bit further away than what looks like would make sense. I think it's just kind of a compromise you've got to accept if you want to kind of increase the field of view like that. So I'm taking like hits where I'm like, well, I'm close enough really, but I guess I am. I guess I am. Where's that checkpoint? I always feel like, are we going to lead to a boss? No, ice cubes and beer. What I do put the glass in the fridge now though, so the beer can stay cold for a good bit. I need that at the moment because my room gets really warm. So warm. Where's this one go? I'm trying out a new IPA as well today. Piston Head, Fall Amber Lager. It's really nice, yeah, dry hopped with Citra and Cascade. I do like me a good hoppy lager. Apparently it's a bit of a notoriously snooty thing to be into IPAs. So, oops. But I always know how to be a drink snob. The facade break after like a second. I always know what I'm doing. Okay, we're trying to find this. Oh, okay, I think I finally found the teleport we want. But yeah, Joe, I meant to, because of you streaming Mad Max, I was going to load it up earlier just to play along. I didn't get round to doing that, but I don't want to stream too late tonight. I probably will, knowing me, but if I don't, I'll probably fire it up like while Penta stream is on in the background, maybe. Ooh, ooh.
I am nature's greatest miracle.
Same. Same. There we go. Oh, we got minigun. What's that do? Oh, that'd be that one, wouldn't it? Oh, but I think we got ammo for it, so that's cool. Because I blew through the ammo on it in like 2 seconds last time. I was really starting to miss it. It's finally become fashionable. Yeah,
it's time to kick ass and eat granola. Luckily for you, I brought plenty of granola.
Hey. So metal, isn't he? Those are the best Duke Nukem lines in that Mega 64 video. Like from the actor himself, no less, John St. John. Oh my god! Oh my god, this game just became a cruel Mario Maker level. You see what it did? It teleported me above lava. We just need the comical laughing sound effect now. Oh, harumph. Turok 1 level designers, harumph. What's this one? Oh, this one does the same. Yeah, no shit, I've got no armor because I've been teleported above lava. Oh god. Well, that's ruined my day. Is this one gonna ruin my next day? Oh, for God's sake! The problem is I'm in too deep now where I'm like, well, one of these is gonna be good. Oh, God. Look, mate, I've already... what? I was out of ammo for it, but I was still trying to... Oh, God. I'm in too deep now, so I've got to try all of them until one of them. Please, please. Ow. I could use the Kinder Egg analogy for this, just like you can with loot boxes. Only some of the bloody Kinder Eggs contain finger traps. God. It's got to be one of them has got to be something good, hasn't it? Just the rest are... But it totally is a Mario Maker, like, cruel level, isn't it? Just like one where they just... You go into a door, you just go to nowhere.
Splish!
I wish I could be so jovial about it. It's hard to sploosh in a childlike, lethal manner when you're burning alive. Oh my god, what? Oh, we did plunge into... we did plunge into a liquid again, but this is, this one's less fiery. This one won't melt my face off. It's usually a good thing. Unless it's metaphorical. Because metaphorically having your face melted off is pretty cool. Heavy metal or something like that. Okay, now this reminds me of a later GoldenEye level. Something like Aztec a little bit. There we go. Oh god, what? Yeah, I think this game probably has hit scan enemies. And what I mean by that, I think it's still used today actually. Basically, enemies with certain kind of weapons, bullets won't travel through the air so much, they just need to kind of be in your line of sight and attempt to shoot you, and they'll hit you. Obviously that won't be, I mean, I know it sounds quite obvious, but there are like a number of weapons where if it's like a laser projectile or, you know, some kind of energy shot, that has to like physically hit you in the game to hurt you. If you think about, like, say, Doom, when you've got the human zombie enemies, those are hit scan. So if they kind of have the animation of shooting towards the camera and they're in your way, they'll shoot you. I mean, obviously they'll shoot you, but, like, no in-game projectile will travel. It'll just kind of, the game will just kind of click, yep, they shot you. Some Doom guy looks a bit more concerned now. Poor fella. So yeah, I think this game has a bit of that as well. Some of their dive animation just looks like they have the worst, like, Hanover or Minecraft. That's why I find it intensely relatable. Oh god. Ah! So, you're speaking of Doom, this is like Doom 2 in that you're getting ambushed everywhere. Genuine would agree with that.
Got him chuckle.
No, sorry Jeff, I just saw your thing. No worries, man. Where we go? Dead insects. Look at that face. That's a face everyone's mother could love. Thank you. It's got off some steam, you know? Yo, this is like trying to navigate through a YouTube comment section. Usually it's more lethal than that. Ah, yes. But I promise we are adding more sound effects in time. There's going to be so many more from Sonic, like Sonic songs with funny lyrics in them. Basically every Sonic R song will be represented. If that's not exciting, I don't know what is. Ah, that's so nice, Jara. So nice to have that kind of game where it's just you know what you're going to get out of it. Just a reliable favourite. As I say, don't let anyone bully you into like, oh, why aren't you doing Dark Souls? Like, you do Dark Souls when you want. I'm certainly not going to pressure you on that. God, I usually don't like, I'm usually not terribly self-conscious when it comes to like streaming a game and playing it and making blunders on it. But I know me playing Dark Souls, you would see, oh god, so many of the worst mistakes you've ever seen in your life. Yes, if it's not obvious, I'm a bit, So I think there's I don't understand how these work. There needs to be a certain combination. Oh wait. Ah, shit, I thought that was moving. So I need to somehow get... You know what this is? This is like the electronic game Lights Out, where you've got to press like a certain combination of buttons. I need to be memorising which ones do what, really. Let's have a look. Okay, so that one... Is that the one on the right I pressed to do that? If there's a come down there. Are they timed? Like, I'm so confused. Okay. We might be here a while. If everyone's brought a snack. Gotta hit them in the right order, is it? Yeah. I'm not keeping...
Gee, it sure is boring around here.
Bloody LCDI Link, you have no attention span, mate. Sorry, what are these, like, So a bit, okay, so, right, that one's gone down. Okay, so let's actually pay attention. Okay, so that... Right, that one goes up. And it goes down. And then... Oh, I think I... Okay, I think I need to rotate like this. There we go. Oh, thank God. I feel like we all got past a very big chapter of our lives. Oh God. This isn't how water works. I'm pretty sure. Look at this. What? I mean, I love it, but what? How high up does this go? Just a large cuboid of water. Oh God. Let's not swim outside it, shall we? I'm trying to see if... What? Oh, come on! Don't shoot me while I'm in the... I was gonna say Toblerone in the water. It's not triangular enough for that, but... I don't know, what's a like delicacy that comes in a cuboid bar? The point is, don't shoot me while I'm in cubic water. God damn it. I thought that went without saying. Never played Minecraft yet. Yeah, good, I guess. Yeah, I got me. Ah, damn it! I'm so almost out of the woods then. Let's get some nice little...
The doctor thinks you're basic.
I get that a lot. Oh god, I really need to be careful with that grenade launcher. I tell you what, Doom 1 and 2, I am always blowing myself up in those games. I'm always causing explosions that hurt myself. I'm not very clever with proximity to my own destruction.
Boom, boom,
Yeah, quite.
boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom.
Doctors recommend a large cuboid of water every day. Hydrated bot definitely does. Yeah, they're a fussy git about the container full of water. It's got to be very angular. There we go. Yeah, this is an odd level because we've long been done with it, really. Like, it feels like at this point I'm just kind of going after collectibles. Like, not really essential ones. I mean, cool ones. Glad we've got them. There we go. Okay, this water appears to make sense. So, points for that. Points for that. To be fair, I'm obviously not being serious on that front. I'm trying to think, I have played other games where water acts in weird ways. I guess there's like the Blitzball games in Final Fantasy X where they're all of the big, large sphere of water, aren't there? I remember, I think the Super Mario Bros. Wii had like, I guess they were like bubbles, but then they were actual like patches of water you could swim through. Just like circular ones, like floating through the air in 1 or 2 stages. Oh, good. Hey, go. What? Was that about to crash me? Road? What the hell? Shotty. Oh, gosh. Oh, come on, these are the stronger red ones. They should be hurting them a bit more than that. Oh, God. Bugger off. I can't run backwards that fast. Ah. Probably should be grenade launcher in them, really, when there's that many of them together at once. Ah! There we go. Okay, so what, So I feel like I've... Does that open up? There we go. There's a blue, Do I just have to backtrack again? God, this is the strangest level. What was, oh, was there a wall pad this side? Well, if there was, it's very far down, and I should probably be sure that it's there before I jump what looks like into a complete abyss. Let's see on that front. Hello, pasties! Hello, I'm dinosaur hunting. Which you'll notice because there's... there were sort of dinosaurs just now, kind of. They were a little dino-esque, I suppose. How are you, pasties? You've been playing any games yourself, man? I'm trying to think now, what game were you playing last time I was over? You started something... Oh, you started Prey, didn't you? 2017 Prey, I think? So there are 2 games called Prey, aren't there? Oh god. Oh, that was the... Oh, that's the way I came in, wasn't that? Okay, so I guess I could just... Oh, I'm pretty... Do I really have to backtrack the whole way? So I'm not really seeing an obvious... Like, you'd think that would... That upper path there would lead back, but I can't see a way to, get on top. Just is the reason the dinosaurs went extinct. Yeah, that's what... If you've ever wondered why my face was in all the history books I've written about this scathing matter. Overly so, I think. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I don't understand this. I mean, I got a collectible going up here. Is that all it was? I need to backtrack quite far? I mean, I can do. It just seems a bit weird, the game modes. Appreciate the ice cubes. Oh, ice cubs. It's okay, you're allowed to enjoy Fortnite. I've had fun playing it over yours, like me on Switch, you on PS4, even though I'm forever rubbish at it. It's not really my thing, but it's still quite fun in that environment. Though, probably won't be streaming Fortnite anytime soon. James, I think your Benny would quite like that. He likes Fortnite. Yeah, I guess I just have to go the way back, which just feels a bit kind of... Like, game, you're even showing me, like, a loopy back bit. You couldn't let me loop back that way? Or was it really just for... I can't remember what it was, though. I think just some ammo. This whole account ninja. Oh, dear. I was going to joke about it being Logan Paul, but I shouldn't even joke about that. Yeah, I guess we just have to go back quite far. There's got to be something we're missing here, but I'm really not immediately seeing that. I mean, it does have cynical monetization, and yeah. What did I see I saw a product in the store today that was Fortnite related. What was that? I think a sticker book, maybe? So it's just kind of like, are there like AK-47 stickers and stuff in there? Here we go. Yeah, this is a weird level. I don't dislike it. Oh, hold on. Okay, I think I might have found something here. Ah, oh god. Up, oh god. Is that what was shooting me before? Something... Aha! I thought he was shaking the gun as a Turok was shaking it, as I was just desperately trying to...
Basic.
Oh man. The doctor's clearly getting every opinion on me, and they all think I'm really bloody basic. I hate it when I agree with an overwhelmingly negative assessment of myself, but... Gosh darn it. I don't think I expected there to be as much platforming in this game as there is. It's quite cool though, I don't mind that. It's, I mean, every jump I make I'm always just sort of... absolutely terrified, but... What was... Oh no, I remember where that area was below now, yeah. Okay, so there's a light bit of figuring out exactly where we need to... Maybe go around that way. Oh shit, do I have to fall down and like go back around? I don't think there's a... Yeah, I don't think there's actually really a way for me to... No, that's too high, isn't it? Yep. But luckily, Turok's shins are just thoroughly indestructible, so he just shakes it off. Have a Panini collection. I mean, how would they be preserved? I like Paninis. I want to collect them, but... Just freeze them? Put them in tins, there we go. Put something in a tin, you're sorted, aren't you? No matter what it is. So put all your uncooked chicken in tins, people. Oh god, ah! There we go. I tell you what, they oh, I don't know if they would, because I don't really want to give Epic money, but not that they're not like the most wildly unethical company out there, far from it. But if they put a Turok skin in in Fortnite, maybe they would get money out of it. So pray for me that that day doesn't come. I'm also like, but I would like to play as Turok in the Battle Royale. I tell you what, let me play as Turok in Tetris 99. There we go. So that's my favourite Battle Royale. And he'd be a great fit for that. Oh my god, hello, you Marion! Speaking of Fortnite. Sorry, did you post the chat before? I hope I don't miss you. I hope you're well, man. Oh, God! For fuck's sake. Oops. Back we go. Oh, I can't believe I missed that jump. That was the easiest bloody jump. There's been a lot of goofy today. It really has. Oh, those red laser ones, they always get a shot in on me. We're not amazingly high on health either. We're not doing terribly, but I would like it to be a bit higher. So it's going some of the recent films put by. Oh, it's a Turok! Oh, I thought you were talking about Fortnite. Many expected the game to be entertaining, but critics were less than impressed, although they did praise the graphics, which were notable at times, but fans didn't want to hunt dinosaurs so much as manage their own. Wait, hold on. What? Forgive me, what, is that a Jurassic Park game? And it was developed by Iguana, the same developer. Oh, you would just second me, you pasties. On Fortnite. Well done to getting second. That's very good. I can relate from Tetris 99 earlier. I did get a win today, but I did have a lot of. Oh, God, I'm never making this bloody jump. Well, I'm never making this series of jumps, I should say. Oh, we're spending longer in this level than we need to, really, just because I want to see everything. But we might die as a result. So I'm being an absolute klutz. Oh, what a cruel existence. Yeah, one thing I haven't, forgive me if the game kind of stops a bit briefly. Oh, okay, that's quite cool. So I have raised bitrate and I've dropped 346 frames, which that's not too bad. At least from what I understand it, that's not too bad for like we're going about 30 minutes now, roughly. So that's quite affirming I can raise my bitrate that high, and as I said, I've raised the resolution as well. So I hope we're doing okay on that front. I hope the stream isn't too kind of blotchy. I mean, it probably will be a little bit because the camera moves quite quickly, but hopefully we're doing okay on that front. And maybe I can stick to. I think Pence streams at 900p actually, so I'm kind of at Pence's standard now. Yeah, how do I? It's just quite a tough little challenge here, actually, figuring out exactly. Okay. Oh, yeah. So up here, there, absolutely there, and there. It's quite cleverly designed, this actually. Yeah, it's a bit of a, you gotta figure out. It's a bit cruel because earlier we ended up down there, which I think was basically an unwinnable state. Yeah, like there wasn't really a way we could go from there. Yeah, you've got to actually figure out which specific pillars to make it across there. As I say, there's a surprisingly large amount of platforming in this game, which sometimes is a bit of a worry with a first-person game, but I don't mind it. There we go. Okay, we're finally at the end of the level. The last half an hour was almost pointless in a way. We just kind of got like ammo and stuff, which we were using a lot anyway. There we go. Look at that. So that basically means we've got all the keys there. Just like there. This one's confusing me a bit. Which one was this? Oh, that's level 5. Oh, okay. So we got those keys for level 6. Yeah, I like this. I do like this key system, but I'm also like, oh god, we're gonna have to backtrack horribly at some point. We'll see. So we just did level 4, we're gonna do level 5. Probably a good time to take a quick... get a quick drink break in, I think. There you go, level 5, the catacombs. Cool. So in we go. Do a quick catch up on. Oh wait, actually, wait, hold on. Wait, did I just say that? I'm pretty sure I did, but but one of these streams never not being redundant. I tell you what, because we're there, I'll just go back to the main menu. Do the be right back on the title screen, shall we? There we go. Cool. So let's have a look at what people have said. PS4 streams at 1080p. Yeah. Yeah, because I was a bit confused with that in terms of like the frame rate. Because I think you can do 60 FPS streams on regular PS4, but I think they're only 720p, or there's like a few extra options you get on the Pro. Yeah, it's been a while since obviously I haven't been streaming often, but it's been a while since I've streamed PS4 actually, isn't it? We should finally finish Loco Roco, shouldn't we? Let's have a look. Who is this Turok? So let me be Turok in Fortnite. I think there's probably quite a few like that, you know, and yeah, who we got it hooks in. It's really cool if it like a game surprises you like that, you really get into it. Yeah, it's right past his nephew, yeah. It's, I don't think it affects game performance at all though. I think they've probably got enough hardware on the side to kind of work for that, so it's not too bad. We run the elephant. That means Rhino has to get shot though. I don't know if I could take that. I mean, that game's already brutal enough as it is to the poor thing, but oh well. No, I don't say oh well, poor Rhino. Bless his heart. But yeah, back in a second, everyone. Another one bites the dust. Oh god, I was talking that whole time, I had the microphone muted. But yeah, I don't know if you heard that bulk just, I probably was muted during it, but it skipped your Onimusha song. It does that with any YouTube video that's not set to play on, I forget what it is, like within another website or within a I've got quite a few songs on my playlist that don't work because of that. So you might want to try another Onimusha video. There we go. Back in a sec.
Hello. Hello.
Damn it! My microphone got disconnected. Ah, damn it! I was talking that whole time as well. What's they saying? Oh yeah, I was. We had a good little fighting match between Jara and the moth. Big moth, was it? If I can, I try to just shoot him out the window. Easier said than done sometimes, though. But yeah, hope we're all well. What I was asking while I was still unintentionally muted, is anyone picking up any games this week? Because I know that there's that Marvel Ultimate Alliance, the third one on Switch, isn't there? That's so weird. That's an exclusive. It's I guess it's because it's a Nintendo-funded joint, isn't it? Yeah, really interesting they'll release that by Team Ninja as well. Oh, you might get it, might you, Cricket? Nice. It's not really on my radar. I mean, I'm probably not buying any new games for a while. Like, I'm probably not getting Fire Emblem. Unfortunately, at least not right away. Yeah, it would be a good fit for Switch. Nice one to chip away at. I don't know if it has online multi as well, actually. Yeah, this is really nice, actually. I really like this tune. Turn up a bit. Yeah, the only thing is, I know the first Onimusha game, there was like a... Capcom had a composer around that time who then got kind of in some sort of plagiarism scandal, I think. There was something really weird like that. The same one who did the Resident Evil 1 Director's Cut DualShock Edition soundtrack as well. Which is a bit notorious in its own way. Because of that, I know the re-release of the first Onimusha that came out this year, they had to change the soundtrack. I don't know if that'd be the case for the second one, or thinking about it, I don't know if you could also mod the I don't know if you'd be able to mod the soundtrack into the first game. So yeah, forgive me, just bear with me a sec. Well, this really lovely tune plays. I might add this to the playlist, actually. What was it, Onimusha 2 open then? Yeah, I'll write that down. So say, I'm a big Capcom fan, but this is one series I've never really played, unfortunately. Hopefully in time. Onimusha 2 OP. No Nico story. Well, can we get a Nico remix of that? That'd be pretty sweet. With this in as well. That'd be great. We just get Nico remixes of everything. Including My Drunk Friend Sent This To Me at 4 AM. Forever classic. Moth is just getting Jar out of its flat. Oh no, is that how the hierarchy goes? Oh, lovely. Right, let's get back to, oh god, hold on. Sorry, bear with me, I'm trying to... My stream hotkeys aren't working, well, okay, that one is. I'm trying to get the song name text off. So I just have my drunk friend send this to me at 4 AM on the whole game. There we go, that's weird, I don't know why it wasn't... Yeah, usually I press the full stop key on the number pad to get that off. Alright. Cool. 1, 2, 3. Let's get back to the 64 soundtrack for a bit. There we go. The moth did seem to be a boss. Okay, Char, where would you rate that in difficulty, defeating the moth? Relative to the... Oh yeah, oh there we go, Jeff's already on it. Damn it, Jeff. you got there to me, and you also phrased it in a funnier way. So well done. Oh, Cricket, is the drunk... my drunk friend sent this to me at 4 AM. Is that, Oh, from Crash 2, is it? Cool. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Right, okay. I'll have to listen out for that. I'll probably recognise it once I'm listening to it with that in mind. Yeah, sorry for the wait, guys. Thanks for your patience. Right, we're finally back in Turok land. The happiest of lands. They should have called the word Turok Game Boy games. They should have called them Super Turok Land. Let's see what those are like. I probably got them on here without realising just the ROMs of them. I said Game Boy, I think Game Boy... we were talking about them last time. I think maybe Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance they were. The moth was a tourist demon. Yeah, I wonder if they'll remaster Onimusha 2 at some point. I think the first one was probably like... I'm sure the remaster of that was probably profitable. Probably like a low-cost release, so... It's on Switch as well, which is pretty neat. Moth featuring the next Godzilla crossover. Didn't, I haven't seen the recent American Godzilla film. I know the first one... There's like a jar with Mothra in it. Did they, I don't think Mothra's in the second one though, right? Is she? Pretty cool if so, but I'm actually not sure. Okay, I noticed the... Let me know if the game audio is drowning my voice out. I know I say that every bloody time, but... but really, let me know. And also, don't let me do a stupid mistake like that again. Man, that is some horrible viscous liquid. We are not meant to go in that. Duly noted. Yeah, some cool indoor environments, which probably aren't my preference. I probably prefer the outdoor, like jungle kind of that setting, but it's still cool. Some cool wall textures. Again, I'd like to remind you these are upscaled textures because of a mod pack. So they're still very low resolution, but they're working with low resolution material. Still come out pretty well, I think. I mean, obviously you've got to keep expectations in check on that front. But yeah, that upscaling tech is just... oh, it's so clever. I just want every game of this kind of vintage to have it now. I think a couple of the PS2 Grand Theft Autos actually have, like they call it kind of AI upscale textures. I guess it involves some sort of artificial intelligence being clever about how it upscales them. It just makes it look like they're more detailed than they actually are. Such wizardry. And yeah, I think there's a few of the PS2 GTAs, not on PS2, they're on PC. I think like at least Vice City has a mod for that. I don't know if all three of them do. Oh, you said you were going to stream more GTA 3 this week. If you're there, Jeff, no worries if not. You said you were going to stream more GTA 3 this weekend as well, right? I've heard Mothra be referred to as female. I don't know exactly. I guess that's just she's just female canonically. Yeah, because doesn't she have like doesn't she have children at one point, like baby moths? Am I? I'm not gonna claim to be an expert on Godzilla lore. I feel like I might have read that somewhere. Oh, what? What? Oh, cool! Look, found a secret area. Where I'm generally very bad at finding these in this kind of game, so we're not going to see many of them. That's cool, isn't it? I mean, that's by complete accident. I was just like, so that's fun. Mothra is the male one. Oh, Jeff will be understanding, don't worry, Joe. I think, you know, no stream by anyone is an obligatory watch, you know. I hate for someone to feel guilty for not being able to tune into these. It's like, they're not that good a stream. But no, it is. I mean, I get it as well, to be honest, as well. Right? So like, oh, I should have tuned in. But we all have many things going on in our lives in different ways. And what did someone play 97 and 64 FPS? I don't know how high that comes on the like totem pole of importance. If Finn's superseded, that's cool. All right, that's just. If you do tune in, my gosh, is it appreciated. Oh gosh, you're my big sap for tits. So again, thank you. Hey! Oh my god, how long does this go? I think this is the actual length of, well, spoilers for Shawshank Redemption. The tunnel, and the Duke Frame crawls through at the end. I think that's the actual length of it. Certainly as smelly as that tunnel looked. Haven't used pistol in a while, have we? Mostly because we got better weapons, really. And I always hear, I think... oh my god, I think they've run in circles. Are you? Oh, one of them was. Although, one really cool thing that the Digital Foundry video pointed out that I think was kind of taken for granted, if you look at the way Skeleton Fella turns, like, he doesn't, like, his model doesn't just swivel on the spot, he actually kind of, like, contorts his body in the way you'd expect someone, like, skidding. Like, you kind of get a sense of that. I don't know why his AI is acting like that, but... like, it's really impressive animation work for, like, 97 or so. It's, I mean, the wonder this had... I mean, I don't know if it was directly Metroid Prime people rigging the animation, but... those guys obviously went to be tech wizards with the Metroid Prime games and then the Donkey Kong games. They did look really good for their systems as well. Advanced AI. Right, Jeff, you are going to have to comfort me. That didn't actually spoil Shawshank for you, did it? I gave a warning. You're going to boot it. You've actually got me worried now. Yeah, I didn't actually spoil it for you. Missed your Bubsy streams. They could be bothered making that wall that led to a secret solid, could they? I mean, when it's something old like that, like 94, you probably don't have to usually put like a big spoiler warning before them. So like, yeah, I'll just throw one in just in case they're in prison. That is true. Oh, it's a really good YouTube video. I can't remember what the channel's called. Really deeply analysing that film and kind of shown the ways that it still holds up pretty well. One or two ways it slightly doesn't, but overall it really does. And how it's actually quite a sympathetic portrayal of prisoners that you don't often get in movies. Cause the video makes such a good point of like pointing out the cliches we see, like, you know, the typical kind of prison brawl scenes, or the and some of the unfortunate jokes that come out of that. And then Shawshank's actually a very humanising look at prisoners and how they can just be people who've lost their way. Also, that category is Paddington 2 as well, which has some Paddington gets framed, so then he becomes best buds with seemingly some mean prisoners, but then they actually end up being very nice. Yeah, really good. I'll have to try and remember the channel for that. I do recommend it. It's basically a video essay, I guess. Really made me want to watch Shawshank again, though. So look. I think I've. The thing is, I'm a bit less spoiler, like, terrified of spoilers than I used to be, but I still, if it's something I really want to see, I don't generally want them. I know you probably have to kind of expect that with all the media, they'll probably come out. But yeah, now that you say it, I think I do remember you saying you've seen Shawshank, Jeff, so that's reassuring. Ooh, why are we stuttering? What? Hey, Professor Tunnel. My name is Mr. I believe you have a package for me. Oh, this is great. These tunnels aren't represented on the map at all. So I don't know where I am. Oh, I'll go back there. God, look at this. My name is Mr. Yes, that'll do. Anyway, I say we put that money back into the power plants. God, I like the way Schnob thinks. If we could just have, like, the chat go into Simpsons quote mode every stream, I'll be very happy. It's very greatly encouraged. Skateboard soon. Oh, that was you, Jeff, was it? No, it was a really that was a bit of an unexpected topic to be. That video was very it was quite made me think about things I hadn't really thought about. that sounds much less innocuous than it is, honest. Very full, very provoking material it was. That didn't help at all, did it? Oh, come on, I might have jumped over that? I want to think I did. Yeah, quite a bit more of a corridor-y level, but it's still pretty expansive. There's not like one way to go about it. So fair play. I think there's shots we get caught in the wall. Brilliant. I don't know how many keys we need on this level, actually. I assume a decent amount. They do circle around in bizarre ways, but again, I'm so impressed by the way the animation's rigged on them. Can't be easy to do that. And not when they had like 97 level technology and tools to work with, certainly.
I am nature's greatest miracle!
Yeah. Well, Jeff. Yeah, pasties, if you remind me, I'll bring you a SNES cape. I've got like a spare one, because like it's the same kind of picture lead for SNES, N64 and GameCube, so I've definitely got a couple of spare ones. Yeah, I hope we can get that SNES working now. Poor Laura, I think you said that was like a childhood one, right? And she wants to get it going again. There's always kind of a buzz, isn't it? You go back to like an old electronic thing you own, and it's like, oh, does it still work? And yeah, for what you say, it sounds like it powers on, there's just no picture, at least with the current setup. So hopefully we can sort that out. Nope. You are denied my skeletal friend. I'm very sorry about it. There we go. Right. Sudozi. How do we? What's up? Are we on? I think we're on N64 music, aren't we? It's a PC we go. Yeah, we spend a while in these levels. I don't necessarily mind, although, as I say, I think I do probably prefer the outdoor levels. It's just a bit cooler. We're still having fun here. Yeah, this game is... I'll be interested to see what I think of Turok 2 compared to it, because I think Turok 2 is definitely... Oh, God. What do you think of Turok 2? Bet you like Turok Raise Wars the most! That was so...
Tiny and cute.
That was not worth acting out that stupid pantomime like that. That's one of the few near clips I've got from the like androids or robots or whatever that you can actually understand. It breaks my heart that the Romeo and Juliet ones aren't very clear because they're so good. There's such a good scene in that game. Ooh, Java. It's funny because I think it is between like, oh yeah, I can't narrow that. Oh, is this a climate bit? Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, we're going like, oh, what do they call this? Like, not orienteering. Oh, climbing up little blocks in the wall. In any case, that's cool. Yeah, it's between SNES and 64 and Mega Drive. SNES was kind of like a holy grail thing for me because I only ever saw it at friends' houses. And wanted one so badly for the longest time, but that never quite happened. Until like 2002, so after the fact. But I've definitely got like fond... Oh god, what's that taking us? Oh my god. Oh my god, yeah. Okay, so should we try this first? Yeah, obviously the Mega Drive, I'm just so, just have so much love for. Just the 16-bit aesthetic in general, like, and then, well, I mean, N64 was probably the first system I kind of had from the start to its life to the end, kind of. I mean, the same year anyway, even though we were like, 9 months later, we got it, but... So yeah, between those and also just various Game Boys as well, like I played the hell out of the original game, well pretty much every Game Boy installment really. I definitely, from a young, like I've always loved handheld games. I've never had any kind of hand-up over just wanted to play console games instead. I've always loved it. I think partly because I did love that like Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance were a way to play like contemporary 2D games. Because again, I've always loved 2D games as well. Like I was a bit sad like with the N64 era. I wanted to still be playing like Mega Drive style games. I was a strange child. Bit of a contrarian, I guess.
Savage attack!
Against who? So look, we got some cool answers it looks like. I see Commodore 64 mentioned. I don't like that his clips are so quiet. I want to hear him beaming, like just bellowing from the heavens that yes, he is in fact Turok. I didn't get it. It's just like a quiet whisper. He's like Rum. It's like Rum Rock. Let's put that on the t-shirt. Oh really, Jeff? That's interesting. No, I'm Turok. Can you hear me stand up on my chair? No, I'm Turok. Turokicus. Oh my god. Oh, see if it accepts that actually. I am Spartacus or Turok, lol. Says unknown command. You probably can't make that out on the stream like that. It's like playing like an old text adventure and trying to put in funny commands. Usually swear words, I think people usually try on that. Not us though, we just want to claim our rightful identity. Just one. Oh, RIP, right? Like, didn't he die like a year or two ago? I don't know a lot about George Michael. Definitely recognise a few songs. I think he's generally well liked, right? Like, both personally and professionally. I was like, there's no like scandal out to him as a bad person, I hope. I don't really like that. I felt I had to ask that, to be honest. My bad, probably shouldn't have. Yeah, I just can't help but think of Arrested Development as well with that name. I agree, legendary gum. Oh my god. What is the legendary gum? Is there like a chewing gum that is just angelic? Paratross Michael. Go away. Oh my god, what is this? Shockwave weapon? Oh my god, we've harnessed a million Pichus and Pikachus and Raichus. And all the rest of them. At least in maybe the Japanese version of this, because Pokemon was out by that point now. Not over here. There we go. Okay, these weapons are really good. Look at the animation! Again, I don't mean to, like, I assume all these animations would have been there in the N64 game. That's crazy for, like, 97 or whatever. Yeah, to have seen how far ahead of this time this game was. Look what I've got! Oh, is it like the BFG in that? Speaking of swearing, is it like the BFG in I was gonna say Duke Nukem Forever then, oh my god. In Doom even. Oh, does it? Oh look! Oh, that was some proper boomage, wasn't it? That's great. Lovely. Yeah, I love a bit of a bizarre arsenal in a game like this. Give me all the weird, like, sci-fi, wacky weapons. There's a good era for that, really, wasn't there? Like, Quake had, like, fun stuff. Oh, I suppose GoldenEye couldn't get too wacky, but the weapons in GoldenEye are so memorable and iconic. Including the Clop being named after Ken Lobb, a rare designer, and also being probably the worst weapon in the game. That was a bit mean. Don't respawn. It is sometimes a bit comical how they run about, but again, I'm so impressed by this game. Oh, I was hoping that'd be a key. I mean, well, okay, we've got invincibility, so that's pretty rad still. But we haven't got a single key on this level yet, so that's kind of bothering me. It's really maze-like, so I feel like it would be easy to miss something on this level. I'm really dreading, like, us getting near the end game and we've got, like, going, like, deep into an FAQ, but we'll see where we are on that front. Let's see how we do. We're talking about football. Oh, I was no, I was talking about Ratchet and Clank. I hope you get that joke. I know Jeff will. Oh, I'm still so gutted, Joe. I really wanted to play Pro Evolution Soccer, like, with you, like, via that PlayStation Plus freebie. I wish they hadn't changed that. I mean, I guess it's just because there was such backlash to it, wasn't there? Which is not everyone's thing. It's not really my thing, but I just wanted to play some matches with you because it'd be funny. Because I'm so bad at any kind of football game. Alas. Like, that month for PlayStation Plus, there was also like, oh, I'm going to play Horizon Chase Turbo, this really cool old-school retro racer throwback. And it's like, no, it doesn't actually have online. It's only local. It's like, oh, shit. Well, never mind. Oh, that's right, I did go here, didn't I? Oh no, I want to activate this again. But I don't think it's let. Oh, there we go. Bit of an obtuse way we had to move them, and gun that shoot shit. Quoted some old school zero punctuation, eh, Bulk?
Sharing is caring.
Damn right. For once, Duke knows what's up. Actually, I've got that game as well, that one you're referencing, Bulk. Oh god, what's it called? Oh, Painkiller, that's it. Yeah, that's a really fun, kind of over-the-top, fast FPS from this time. It runs pretty well on Windows 10. If I remember, the menus are really slow. Thank God. Like, it takes an age to move the mouse cursor on them. Like, I think if you're on, like, a higher resolution on it. So that sucks, but once you're in game, if I recall, I think it's fine. Hey. Ah, that's quite cool. This is like, you know, that kind of thing in the game where you do a puzzle and then you press the button and then you basically unlock a shortcut to where you were then. It's clever. Yeah, the level design is very good in that. It's quite risky as well to have levels be this long. It's very difficult to. It must be difficult to keep. Ah! Oh god. No! Off this squelchy, horrible oil? Squid ink? Whatever it is, it's nibbling at our shins, and I don't like that. Let's turn the map off. I hope that's not too irritating the map on the screen, because it does look a bit so I've got it quite zoomed out. It does look a little. I've noticed that it looks a bit pixely, at least on OBS. Looking at my monitor, it might not be too bad in the stream. I hope. Shooty shoot. It's your liquid soul. Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I'm a bit of a cynic when it comes to the work of David Cage and Quantic Dream, but I know Detroit what like a lot of people did like it, so sure. I can understand why that would be a bad deal for a lot of people. It's just that I want to play Pezza. I want to play Jala at footy. And he was absolutely destroyed me. So I'm so bad. Oh well. No worries, Jeff. Thanks so much for 2 of them, man. What time is it actually? I've just gone 10. Cool. I'll at least put it as an ultimatum. I'm not going past midnight tonight. I don't know if I probably will go to midnight knowing me. But I don't want to go past it. But yeah, good night, Jeff. Thanks so much for 2 of them, man. Have a lovely night's sleep, alright? Take care. It's like, you will sleep, and you will sleep. And I will sleep when I fall off a cliff and die in an embarrassing manner. That's not usually the sort of statement that you see bellowed out in 2019, I've got to say, Bulk. That's so cute. I remember that coming out, I never saw it. I did watch a lot of the original Rugrats. It's quite funny going back to Rugrats, actually. You kind of see, like, there's a lot of funny kind of satire of, I guess, typical family life with the adults that I didn't really catch as a kid, but there's some kind of smart, funny observations in there. Like some of the ways the grown-ups kind of act quite petty, or... There's just mixed in with the babies just being like, oh, we want to eat dog food. Or whatever it was they wanted to do on that episode where it was Tommy's birthday. But no, I never really saw all grown up, the one where they're all in high school? I'm assuming. There we go. Let's have a look. I am 100% Chucky. I'm totally the, I don't think this is such a good idea. I'm totally the wet blanket of I am. Chucky always was my favourite anyway, and yeah, I'm completely the squirmish about anything that's new and unfamiliar. How long does Rugrats be off the air now? Because it was on the air for a while, wasn't it? It did eventually fizzle out. I saw the first two movies as well, the Paris one. But it did one with, what was that show, The Wild Thornberrys? It did a crossover with that, as, I think for the third film. Very strange. Oh, Angelica is my god, she is a vicious little character, isn't she? Kind of well observed of how bratty, I mean, she is like in her terrible, well, I say terrible twos, but I think she was 3? But like that kind of well observed just how, I mean, toddlers are just kind of figuring out the world at that point, and oh no! Oh, there you go, guys. I just killed a deer by accident. By accident! I said by accident. Alright? You better believe I feel awful about that. Oh god, I am struggling a bit today with, again, because I've expanded the field of view.
We deactivated the bomb!
Oh, you got chosen to kill a helpless deer, is it? Oh. Gosh darn it. Yeah, I'm struggling a little bit because I've expanded the field of view, and like especially with the explosives, they're hurting me from what feels like quite a far away distance, but again, I don't think the field of view change accounts for the distance of stuff, so it's just kind of a compromise I've got to accept, I think. It's tough because I've got like 16 bits of health, it's not a lot. We are getting upside down Triforces, so we nearly oh god, what? We'll nearly be at an extra life now. Read that as Millipede. Yeah, they're a bit Millhousey, although I mean Chucky is painted a bit more sympathetically than Millhouse. Well, certainly his dad, his dad's pretty bad. Even if he is a was he like a whiz at the cracker factory, I think the word him was. Well, it was until he got fired from it. I don't remember saying good luck. Oh yeah, you've been playing a lot of Rocket League lately, haven't you, Jeff? I'll have to join you on that again, man. Yeah, we've been on this level a while, still no keys. I hope we haven't missed one. So I feel like they might be quite tough to track down if we do have to go back for... Oh, I'm so glad I know now about... Because I did think the spaces underwater, they are quite big. And like, this default swimming speed was a bit too slow for my liking. But just now that I know from that Digital Foundry video, we just like tap forward to at least once you be on Mario 64 actually, you have to tap the button on that, isn't it, to do more of a proper breaststroke. There's gotta be a way to open those those face doors, as Jeff's conjures them. Yeah, cricket as well. So I said you've been playing Rocket League, haven't you, Jeff? And like, of course he's just gone, hasn't he? Cricket as well, yeah. Was I can't remember. I think Lee was on it as well, right? No, I know he's very big. Oh, cool! Look at that. We unlocked the cheat codes. Locked in for infinite lives. I'm guessing for like maxing out our life count. It's quite fun. That might be the acceptable way to play this game. Oh, really, Joa? That's quite funny, yeah. Yeah, it's probably not really a way around that, unfortunately. I do like having text on the stream just in terms of, like, if people, it's nice if you tune in a bit later, you can at least see, like, the last, I don't know, like, maybe 10 responses. Like, I'm definitely sticking to this. Oh god. I'm definitely sticking to this layout of having like an overlay and whatnot. So I didn't think I would for the longest time. I'll tell you what though, actually a little bit of God knows when I'll get round to it, but I did consider. You'll notice I've got like the Pokemon Red and Blue like text box borders, like surrounding the stream, like the game footage and all that. I've considered changing that to like the Donkey Kong, the girders and ladders from the original Donkey Kong arcade game. Like having the ladders for them going up, and then just the... I'll see how easy that is to implement, but... Because there's certain aspects of the Pokemon one I don't quite... And it probably, you know, that would also fit better with my Donkey Kong theme in. The deer villagers. What do you do with the minigun? What do I do with the minigun? There's something I'm missing with this kind of general area. Very good. Is that what that Amy Rose song was about? My god. I mean, I always knew she was wildly militaristic, but jeez. My god. Oh, is this the tree okay, there are certain trees I can climb, but I can't... I didn't quite, like, track down which ones those were. Keep an eye out. Oh, I haven't been in here in any case. What's going on down here? Yeah. I wonder what the forgive me, I know me doing this a lot is kind of a bit obnoxious, but... Oh my god, so that's what the fog is like on... I'm guessing this is N64 levels of fog? Yeah, look at that. Whereas if we extend that... Which I think is exclusively a feature of this recent remaster, I'm not sure... This might be mentioned in that Digital Foundry video, I don't know if... You could, I can't remember if they said you could extend it that far on the original PC version of this as well. Hey, there we go. How's that pie, my lad? Looks like a spiritual stone from Ocarina of Time, doesn't it? There we go. So we found one of 3. It feels like we should have at least found 2 by now. But maybe the last 2 will be quite close together, or maybe this level is just very, very, very long. We'll see now. Maybe we'll change your opinion. Yeah, in Ocarina of Time, yeah, like, you know, the first 3, like, things you get from the dungeons when you're Child Link. So the, grass, water and fire one. There we go. Yeah, I just need to remember, I need to keep it... Yeah. Just need to keep a distance when I'm using, like a really far distance when I'm using these grenades. I'm trying to like scour these and see if there's any more secret areas, but coming up short for the moment. Oh my god. Oi. Bam. I love this gun. I love the... Well, it didn't seem that good as a gun, mind you, though. It seemed to take a lot of... Maybe that's something I was missing, but it seemed to take a lot of hits to kill when I tried it. But I love the animation of it. I don't love having low armor, though. I really should. God. There we go. God, God, these levels are just absolute labyrinths, man. So we're on level 5. I think there's 8 or 9, I want to say.
Hello.
Ooh,
Hello.
what? Oh, you're going off now, pasties. Okie doke. Good night. Thanks so much for tuning in, buddy. We'll hang out again sometime, man. I'll have to see what our schedule's lined up. Again, thanks for tuning in on such short notice, dude. You take it easy, alright? Bye-bye. I'm getting a bit confounded by the layout now. Let's get back up there. Yeah, I would like to grab it on Switch. It is a shame because it doesn't seem it did kind of break down the performance of it. It does seem like it slows down a bit, which I think would slow down the game logic as well. I don't know if that would just mean the frame rate would be stuttery or if like the actual game would slow down when this frame rate drops. And I know that's the sort of thing that people might be like, what, the Switch can't run it? But he did make a kind of good point that it's obviously something to do with like the way the engine works, and they're replicating it accurately. And it's not really made to expand the draw distance like it is here. It's just we can kind of brute force it. So it's quite that's more resource heavy than you might expect, I think. And like some of the modern kind of like lighting techniques and what they've done in this. Still though, it would be cool to have this portably on Switch. So I'll keep an eye out on sales for it maybe. Again, it just feels quite cool that Turok's back on the Nintendo system again as well. From that strange period where the Nintendo console was the place to be for quite a few FPSs. Yeah, they kind of overlap, don't they, actually? Yeah. It's quite funny. Yeah. Alright, you guys get bow. See. Tell you what as well, we're going to be very radical here. We're going to change the, where is it? There's a weapon bob option. Which is very important.
That's right, boys.
There it is, generic weapon bob. Yeah, so this one, I think this is the original one. Where it kind of swivels left and right. I like the other option because it looked like the way the guns kind of bob in GoldenEye. I think this is probably the more quote-unquote authentic one for this game. Again, it's cool that like even that's an option. It's so modular, this. Oh my god, this! I'm so glad I've got this map. I think this map was in the original. I think even then we might still end up getting a bit bamboozled in terms of where we're meant to be going. Oh, I have definitely... if I come across a level exit now, it's going to be quite... because we still... The thing is, it's not just enough to get to the end of the level, we need to get all the keys within the level, which then, once you have enough of them for each future level, they unlock those then. Get a bit of light platforming. And we're not picking up the upside down Triforces now because we've got, come on, they could have let us go into like 10 plus lives, surely. Yeah, the funny thing is, on Twitter, Jar, I noticed they were saying, a couple of the Digital Foundry guys, John and Alex, they were saying they're not that keen on the third one, the third Turok, which is weirdly, that was N64 exclusive, and The surprising thing they said, apparently that one was trying to be a bit more like Half-Life. I guess because it would have come out after that, so I'm assuming it has probably like a lot of cutscenes that's more narrative driven. I should have gone for that actually. Oh shit, is that not going to respawn? Oh no, I made a mistake there. Ah, damn it. But I don't know how much their opinion is the general consensus. It's probably, I imagine Turok 3 is quite interesting at the very least. It seems like a series where every game is quite different. Area 51. Oh, that Area 51 buzz at the moment is weird, isn't it? I mean, God, so much of the especially the American-based news is so horrendous right now. It's just, well, at least the Area 51 stuff is weird, but it's quirky and it's not horribly depressing or well, frankly, angering like a lot of the news is though at the moment. At least the Area 51 stuff is like, well, whatever kids, knock yourself out. Go dig up all the Martians. Oh come on, what is this gonna have like a secret thing? Oh, we swivel the right. Oh wow, okay. Oh, these layouts are kind of okay. They're not completely melted my brain because I've played Barbo as You recently, which that game is bloody just turning my just wrangling my mind in every direction because it's such a tough puzzle game. Barbo as You, that is. So this isn't going to that extent, but it is still a bit kind of. Oh my goodness, I'm here, there, and everywhere in this at the moment. Dark, I bet it's a cool little, like, it's going to be quite interesting for the 64, I bet, Jar. As I say, I don't know if they have the, like, if it's often considered the worst of the three. Because if they do remaster it, like, the developer who did remaster this, they're doing a bunch of, like, not a game I'm really familiar with, they did one, an FPS called Blood, from this time period, they just recently remastered. We were here earlier, this is where we got the key before. Oh my god. Wow. Oh good. Whoop. Oof, there we go. Oh yeah, well I completely bungled that earlier about this room like this. Oh, well, why are those? Oh. Well, I guess if I had less than 100 health, I could pick those up. And I don't think like jumping in the electric goo like hurts you, just kind of resets you. Cool. Welcome to a new one. Yeah, you too, Joe. It's so tough, isn't it, Barber, as you? It's an amazing puzzle. It might be the best puzzle game. Like it's the concepts to the design in that game are just, oh man, I'd be a bit terrified of the mind that put them together, to be honest. It's clearly just taken. Oh god, I just can't even begin to process how much what the design process of that game must have been like. The way it plays with like the various like verbs, like has, is. That's all I can remember because I'm being horribly forgetful, but you know what I mean, Joe. I get so clever on that front. Oh god. Oh, we got a face, Lord. Ah! Jesus! Ah, not again! Ah! Oh god. I mean, we got quite a lot of health and it's not taken off much, so that's nice. But that bonus room really helped just there. Oh god. Oh, it's because you're shooting, you little so-and-so. Yeah, because I don't really remember Turok 3 coming out. It's funny because I remember reading about Rage Wars, which oddly was like the multiplayer only Turok game on N64. Kind of, it's, I guess like a, they were trying to do like a Quake Arena sort of thing with it. just circled back on ourselves with that. Yeah, Turok 3 must have been quite a late release. Was that like 2000, like late 2000 maybe? They certainly made a lot of Turok games in a short span of time, didn't they? I guess because they did have a hit on their hands. It definitely does seem to be like one of the biggest third-party success stories on the N64. Ooh. Wait a minute, is this where I was like half an hour ago? Oh my god. Yeah, exactly, John. Such a ruthless game in that sense, isn't it? Excellent. It's such a great little puzzle game, though. It's very hard to describe exactly how it works to someone who hasn't seen it, but it's so well done. I'm glad I got it on Switch as well, so I could get it either on Switch or PC, but it's such a good portable game. It's just like a good one to dip in and out of. And it's also one I'm sort of like, okay, I'm not going to guilt myself if I'm not getting around to like beating it anytime soon. It doesn't need to be a backlog game. Like, it's too demanding to be thought of that way. It's just going to be what I try and get through here and there when I can. Oh, this level is such a mess. I think this might be the one we were in earlier. I think. Oh god, this map, man. Yeah.
I have to stay alive and write this article before I die.
Okay.
Professor Layton made it. Oh, I did use the hint coins a lot on Professor Layton, yeah. There were times where I was just like, okay, I've used every hint coin and I still don't know. That's because Barber is You does not have any hint system at all, which is kind of... and I've seen people, bless them, like committing to try and beat it without using one. I wanted to at least try and reach the credits without using the guide, but that just quickly fell by the wayside once I got to like World 5 or so. I was just like, oh no, this is gonna ruin me. No, damn it. I had a feeling we'd waste our time coming back here. I just wasn't sure if that would have opened up. There's stuff that I'm missing there. How does that? Yeah, I don't know if there's like a switch I'm missing there. Ooh. Why are you not taking any hits? No. Oh, cool, man. Yeah, I didn't want. I mean, if I use a guide to the game, I use a guide. I'm not that precious about it. But there are times I'm like, okay, I'll see if I can go without one. But if it does come to it, it does. And I don't think anyone should feel bad about using the guide in a game, especially if it's quite a juice one. Oh, what's the platinum challenge on Crash Team Racing though, Cricket? Sorry, bear with me a sec. I think my fan has timed out. It's really warm in my room at the moment. 26 degrees according to the display on the fan. Oh, Platinum Relics. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's quite late for 64. I mean, 64 is still getting like I got games for the N64 Christmas 2001. I got Paper Mario and Pokemon Stadium. But like by that point it was really, really... it's only weirdos like me still playing it. Yeah, like 2000 was just on the cusp of the PS2, wasn't it? But actually, there's a 2000 game for you as well, the original Time Splitters. Which is only a series I've played a little bit, but I've talked to people who love Time Splitters. And that's got to be due from, like, eventually a remaster, right? looks like the laser's not really happen. Well, I think there's some weird rights stuff with it, 'cause I mean they, at least the third one I think was published by EA. I don't think it is, Bulk, but but then I'm not going to claim to be an expert on Turok lore, so maybe it is. God, these levels are enormous. Ah, whatever. Yes, yes. I think they're meant to be big in Turok 2 as well. Ah, that's what it was. I was trying to remember what the yellow thing on the map was. Let's save. That's right. We're basically just retreading our steps. That came at a good time because I've just suddenly like uncovered a bit. It's like, oh, we haven't been this way on the map, so that's good. As I think the original release had a map. God help the people playing it if it didn't, because it I'd be struggling without that. It really would. Beat. Is anyone watching Peds' stream as well? He's on Sonic Boom, isn't he? Which I feel so bad, Joe. I do think that game looks really bland. I'm sorry, man. If you like it, you like it, all right? Because it's the sort of one where I'm like, well, kids would have got that for Christmas. And it's like, look, if I didn't like it, whatever, it's fine. I'll be all right. I've got Sonic Mania now. Like, you know, I'm okay. I've been catered to, but I'm like. The kids getting like Sonic Forces or Sonic Boom. I hope they still enjoy them. I know Peds is definitely not enjoying this. Unfortunately. No, not Paper Mario. No, I love Paper Mario. Forgive me, I'm probably going to make that very clear. Sonic Boom. No, the original Paper Mario. Oh god, I adored that game. Back when I played through it. GameCube one as well. Actually, I did eventually. I didn't mind the 3DS one in the end, although it did take a weird direction. But there is actually still some really clever level design in that game and stuff. But I would love to see like a traditional RPG Paper Mario again. Yeah, it's not without some positive qualities. Like it's got some of the better. It's one of the more naturally acted Sonic games, at least. Although I did notice a lot of the gags. You can tell they were struggling a bit with. There's a lot of, oh, look at this thing we're doing. We're pointing it out. But we're still doing it. It's just like, like I guess the comedy writers didn't have amazing material to work with in terms of the game scenarios. So there's so many ways you can do like a funny spin on. Oh, I guess we have to go get a key now. There are bits where like he was just running like running on water or something like that. Yeah, running on water in Sonic Boom. Those looked alright. I mean, they probably didn't control very well. I don't know if the frame rate was like completely perfect in them, but they looked playable. They looked alright. They didn't look as bland as what I thought the rest of the game looked. And again, Joe, I'm sorry, buddy. If you like, please continue to like Sonic Boom. Don't let our snarky asses deny you from it. I feel bad saying these things. Hello, Matt. How are you? How are you doing, Matt? Oh, I just remember. I meant to add a particular sound effect on the topic we were just talking about as well. Maybe I'll get that done for tomorrow's stream. Probably shouldn't hype that up too much, but you'll see what it is when I do it. How you doing, Matt? Oh, have you just come back from work, actually, Matt? Now that I think about it, because I think you said in Java stream earlier you were going to work. I'm in the catacombs. A bit too raidery this as well. Oh god, a bit too raidery this as well, isn't it? So I would have. There's so many games I want to stream eventually, but I'm also streaming very slowly at the moment. So God knows what I'll get to anything. I don't know what I'll stream after this. I've got a few options. I wouldn't mind doing something on like a retro thing on an emulator. Maybe a Mega CD game. I've believe it or not, I've actually got a few Mega CD games on the cards at some point. Turok's an amphibian. Turok is everything. One of those shapeshifter sorts. Yeah, no worries, Matt, no worries. I know it's always a bit, like, how do you figure that out when multiple people are streaming, so that's no worries at all, man. No problem. I'll probably end up raiding Ped. He'll probably go longer than me. See how much you can tolerate Sonic Boom, is what she's saying. Yeah, back from work, just try. Oh yeah, don't worry about it. Just whatever, Matt. If you want to rewatch it, cool. I'm not going to be quizzing you on it, so there's no worries either way. Thanks so much for tuning in, regardless, man. Tell Peds I say hi and also wish him luck on his Sonic Boom adventure. And also tell him I do actually mean that sincerely, despite what it might sound like. So at least for these, we're kind of going along paths we haven't been on before. Oh look, okay. Here we're ending up back where we were earlier. But then I think... Wait, is this gonna... Hold on. Have we not... I don't think we've accomplished anything by what we just did. Oh wait, hold on, this way. Oh my god, this level, man. What have we got here? Oh, this way we haven't been. Cool. And that was just for a... Oh my goodness, this... Oh, I really don't want to have to look up an epic. We'll keep exploring for a bit. We might be a little... Oh man, what a maze. It's quite clever in the way, because it keeps kind of looping back to the middle, but then I don't know what we just did that progressed us further. It just feels like we're back where we were anyway, with not really anywhere new to go, at least as far as I can tell. Oh my gosh. Turok must be bloody exhausted. How many pellets has he done? His stamina is second to none, isn't it? Guy in the track and well, I'm glad you, Bellion. Do you feel... I hope you feel great catharsis after that, my friends. Good love. Say hi, nice. Oh, thank you, Matt. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's, I just have to kind of, as I say, always make the disclaimer, I don't know how often I'm streaming at the moment. Oof, there we go, I found a path I haven't been. I would like to stream the next couple of days, but as I say, don't absolutely count on that to see how I am. I want to, though. I always feel better for having streams. Especially when I'm dinosaur hunting with my son. I'm so proud of him. Making Donkey Kong jealous because he's my other son. Please don't ask any questions about the logistics of that. Oh, but damn it, so that route just turned out to be a weapon for... I mean, a cool weapon, but I'm really trying to find ways to progress. That card sucks? What card sucks? Oh my goodness. Who's being the bad card? What's their deal? I mean, I guess we'll see. Oh my gosh. I don't dislike this level. It's cool in a lot of. Oh, that's right. There's an outside bit to this level as well. Oh my. Bloody hell. You think about how like snappy, at least the early levels of the original Doom games are. And even then, they're never this long. It's quite cool in a way. I don't dislike it. It's just always the constant worry of am I going to eventually get lost or like what's happening on that front. And, like this one is we're becoming dangerously close to being lost, to be honest. I'll explore my options, but like we got those faces there. There's got to be a way to open those somehow. Ah, here we are. Oh, I think I missed this. Okay, got a wall we can climb. Oh, Gaia. Oh, is that Yu-Gi-Oh? Oh, cool. I know next to nothing about Yu-Gi-Oh, but that's cool. I'd probably like it. I don't mind card games like that. I think that's Yu-Gi-Oh, right? I think. So you don't say that with a lot of confidence. Oh, oh, there we go. Yeah, Krigan says. Despite what I just said, I'm actually the authority on everything Yu-Gi-Oh. I know all of it. Okay, one key to... There we go, so we got that key. We should have found that ages ago, actually, because that's pretty obviously there. But we have... Okay, so that's encouraging. We've opened up this path as well. Where's this going to take us? Oh, it is! Oh, I remember you barely explaining that, actually. Yeah, oh, cool. Let's go down there. I love this underwater music, it's so... And apparently that wasn't in the original PC version. So it's something they added into this one from the 64 one. Which is really cool. Speaking of. It's a cool little creepy track. Okay, so we've got 2 keys. Oh, that's the end of the level. But we're missing a key. Ooh, okay, we'll do a quick little circle back. There was a path I think I could have taken just then. But if I'm honest, I might be tempted just to like leave the level and come back to this. We'll see. I think there was like another bit I could go here. Well, maybe not actually. What have we got? Ah, it's just kind of taking us back to Yeah, how the hell do we Oh, that green bit up there looks unexplored, actually. I think. Oh wait, was that the... Oh no, that's not... God. This is what I'm like with a map in real life. And then some, believe me. Oh, we're not on the same floor as like the way I want to be going. It's got to be that green bit at the top, surely. But actually, now that I remember, I think there's. We need this map to be like a 3D one, like in the Metroid Prime games. Speaking of the same developer, or at least some of the same staff members. Because I'm trying to like figure out, like, okay, am I too high a level? Am I too low a level? I don't really know. Okay, so I think, yeah, did we do... I think eventually I did this one. Yeah, cool. Ooh. Okay, so... I think... This is the best kind of stream, right? Where the streamer just gets lost for bloody ages. I mean, we haven't been, like, just bad and head against the desk last. Completely. We have been a bit, but not too bad. Although we did just get like anchor style fin stuck in our face. Okay, I guess we'll get that checkpoint. Okay, I think... Oh no, I think we're just looping back on ourselves. It's really hard to make out on the... Yeah. So I don't know if that's a level below us though, or level... Oh my lord. So the executive producer. What have we got? Okay, so when I go down this way... That's it. This might just be the entrance of the level, I think. What have we got? Yeah, it is. Oh, right. Yeah, the key's not here. Oh, shit. Alright, I'll tell you what, let's just go back to the hub then. Yeah, so we're missing a key there. Oh, we're missing the sun one. So which one's that? Okay, so we go to level 6 at least, the treetop village. Oh, you guys played Yu-Gi-Oh! In the... Oh, that's like a final level sort of thing, yeah. Oh yeah, level 8, the final confrontation. Yeah, so I think we just kind of have to sort of very begrudgingly accept that we'll have to go back to the catacombs at some point. We have to go, to be honest, we have to go back to the very, very first level as well, the one that eventually led to this hub. Because we missed a key there as well. I'll see if I can get this without a guide, but to be honest, there's a very good chance we will have to look it up. I think what we'll probably do was, yeah, so we'll start level 6. And we'll just kind of see how far we get. Let me just check my phone actually. Oh, okay, cool. Level 6 treetop village. It's gonna be the Ewok village here, isn't it? I suppose there's not a huge amount of variation in the environments of these levels, is there? Which would definitely be something which I assume is something the sequel expands on. I mean, to be fair, this is the kind of, you know, we're hunting dinosaurs, it's the sort of appropriate setting for that. I didn't accidentally kill that deer, so that's nice. It is funny as well, there's been like less than 0 storyline in this as well. Which now that I think about it, is especially kind of odd because it is based on a comic book, so there would be a storyline there. I don't know how much liberties they took with the source material or whatnot. I think I know Turok 2 has like an opening cinematic with like voice acting, so I assume, as I say, apparently Turok 3 is like Half-Life, so they obviously take more of a narrative bend as they go on. Oh, they're probably already cramming the N64 cart with enough content as it was. Pixel looks very different to the other Macmore caverns, yeah. Could put the music to it, couldn't I? Right. Yeah, that was me worrying about lives. We've maxed them out now. Woo. Oh, I'm so appreciative there's no falling damage in this game. Just no No threat of our legs just contorting as we land from that kind of height. I would say as well with this game, there's not a huge amount of enemy variety. Like, we definitely find a lot of the same enemies a lot. But they are cool enemies. Look at this, we've got the fog, so we just have to kind of go by the tree there. Which I assume on the original fog set, you could just like only see the top of that barely. Yeah, music's really cool at this game, isn't it? Same. Let's go to the PC audio. That's the best bit ever. People having a Yu-Gi-Oh card game in the chat. That's so good. Can we take bets? I'd rather just assume you'll both somehow win. I don't want anyone to lose. Well, speaking of losing though, the hell am I meant to... I can't possibly see where I could go from here. The hell am I... Oh, down there. That can't be visible on the original Fox settings, can it? But this game seems too smartly designed, it wouldn't just have like a completely blind jump. There's definitely bits where they'd be a bit easier with the unlimited draw distance, but it's quite a cool little having to really examine the environment to try and figure out where you need to go next. They use kind of clever cues to make that clear. Could we have gone there? I don't know. Okay, so that's really weird. You won't see it on stream, but I just had the same Steam friends come up as them playing two different games, like two pop-ups for that. So they played them both? Well, maybe Steam is drunk. Same. Yeah, they do at least, as I said, there's not a huge amount of variation in like environments or enemies. But they do kind of vary up the designs of it at least, like they're doing quite clever things with the fog here. Really try and make you kind of examine the environment. Some really cool particle effects on these weapons. Although apparently that's where the frame rate does tank in the N64 game anytime you use like a really crazy weapon with all sorts of particle effects on it. But we've got at least 3 N64s duct taped together, so we should be okay playing this though. I think. Ah! Turok even Native American in the PS3 one. I don't know. I don't really know the I because see what that one is like. I think there was a PC version of, I think 2008. It does seem like a very 2008 game, that Turok reboot. I got the impression it was probably quite kind of bland and generic, but be curious to have a look at it. Maybe there's more to it. Ta. There's so many things I don't know in this chat because I just don't know Yu-Gi-Oh, but I'm still enjoying it immensely. It's a good use of this space. Please continue to do it. It's great. Is that basically like a new Yu-Gi-Oh, as in like video game? I mean, I assume there's always like new cards every year somehow. Is there always a new Yu-Gi-Oh game every year? know, 'cause it's a Konami joint, isn't it? It's just like one of like the few franchises they still, at least they still seem to release stuff in. Oh, I don't know if maybe they just do that as a like free-to-play thing, like Hearthstone. Still one every now and then. Oh, cool. Would bring back fond memories of the Game Boy Color Pokemon trading card game. What? That was weird. There was like a bonus portal there, but... Is this back here? Well, no, we're not back here, it's in the area. There we go. I still kind of want to pick these up, to be honest, even though we don't need them now, because we've got max lives, but... that sound they make when you get them is really satisfying. Look at all these Triforces we're just leaving on the ground. We don't care. That'll be the end of us. Speaking of God, where do I actually go here? There's no point that I'm especially confident I can get to that. Oh, maybe here actually. Maybe. Oh wait, oh, there's somewhere down there. Thank goodness. He was slow to react. Looked like he was waking up. Like, oh. Oh my gosh. There we are. Yes, that's verticality to these levels as well. There we go. Whee.
Hello.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh, is it really? It's generic, yeah. But I thought it seemed very 2008 in ways. Oh, fuck. Oops. Well, we get to pick up the Triforces again, so that's nice. Say it, say it.
I am Turok.
Hey! He used to say it louder, but hey! I don't know why the volume is so quiet on that clip. But yes. He knows his name. The smart boy. Oh, this has set us back quite far, to be honest. Oh, look, there we are. We got it. Yeah, lives haven't really been a problem on this, at least so far. Maybe like the next boss will lose all of them. There we go. But yeah, a new Turok game in this style would be pretty sweet. Kind of go the Doom 2016 ethos. Like, don't try and make it. Well, I mean, I haven't played the other, to be fair. Like, maybe the 2008 one was at least somewhat in the spirit of maybe Turok 3 or something. But a new game in this style would be pretty sweet. Maybe that's what Ark is meant to be? I've not really played Ark. I know that's got dinosaurs in it. And apparently it's just like horribly optimised on every system it's on. But that's also very popular, so... people still want to hunt dinosaurs in some capacity. Yeah, just kind of rushing back through bits we've already done because we had an embarrassingly stupid death. He's played by Benedict Cumberbatch. What is Benedict Cumberbatch been in recently, now that I think about it? Oh, he would have been in Avengers, wouldn't he? Because he was Doctor Strange. Because Sherlock is Sherlock done? Am I right in saying, or at the very least not back on for a while? I've never really. You can tell I'm not really caught up on certain media, or ever was. There we go. I get to get all those Triforces I so dearly wanted! Oh god! That wasn't actually where we... Oh wait, we're just going back. Oh, okay. I went the wrong way there anyway. Wait, where are we? Oh, that... Oh, no, okay. I was completely discombobulated for a second. Well, more than usual anyway. Here we go. Down, yeah. We'll see how this level goes. I very definitively don't want to go past midnight, so I'll aspire for that lofty height. Like some vague self-control. Yeah, these bits would be interesting on an N64 pad. That's what it would have been designed for, so... Ah! Oh god. I had to make a mid-air adjustment there. It's a bit frightening. What's the dot of that bower roll? Oh, you guys are doing all the gags with his name, is it? I don't mind him. Like I've generally liked him in stuff I've seen him in. I think I know some people got a bit sick of him because he was in so much stuff at once. Like I'm way behind on Marvel films, but I did see Doctor Strange and I thought he was very good in that. Was it Don Maru? He's like constantly over and over trying to negotiate with. I've come to bargain with you. Holy shit, that's cool. That's new, I'm pretty sure, as well. New enemy. Oh my god, what we naming all the Street Fighter and... What? Is this like a Dream Smash Brothers roster? What is this? Oh, this theme is so cool, the underwater one. Yeah, this is very rare. Oh, sorry about that, I just saw your comment. Ark is more of a survival kind of thing. Yeah, that seems about right. Oh, that's why it's so popular, because it kind of hit when the survival game craze was like really hot on Steam and whatnot, wasn't it? I did play Rust a little bit with a friend of mine who's currently in Japan at the moment. It was alright. I don't think I'd stay with it for too long. We had some funny bits on that. It was a brutal game, actually. You could just start off with like nothing, clothing included, apart from a rock. It's just like, well, you'll find other players, so I guess you just bludgeon them. Or more likely they bludgeon you to death. Yeah, I guess that craze has probably died down a bit now, hasn't it? Or at least it's not as prolific as it was. I'm secretly hoping there'll be like some sort of key raider at some point which points me in the direction of keys I don't have. But I don't think that's likely. Oh god. We probably will have to use a guide, as I say, to track the last few. No, enough of that. EU, we've come to park him with you. It does feel like as many attempts as however many he did in that in that film. I think that is like an iconic moment from the comics anyway, I want to say, him parking with him. I mean, I don't know, from personal reason. Oh, there we go. You got it, yeah. An audible sign from me that I probably shouldn't stream too much longer. Shoot, 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 shoot. Oh god, sorry. Gotta shoot the harmless animals. They're just minding their own business. Yeah, so there's a... How do I get up there? Just for a laugh. Oh, I thought you could shoot these trees. Like, ones you can knock down anyway. you see what I mean though, right? Just how expansive the level design is in this game. It's completely bonkers. There we go. I know Turok, the one criticism I always hear about Turok 2 is like the levels would go on. I think the levels are now meant to be very long, like checkpoints are so far apart. I mean, they're pretty far apart in this, to be honest, like they're not really close to each other. But then you do also move in this game quite quickly, so if you do die, it probably won't take you too long to get back to where you were. No, we've certainly had that. Oh my god, look at this. How precarious. There we go. Yeah, so much platforming in this game, and I like that, as I say. Oh god. But I know that's not to everyone's taste, first-person platforming. Like, I know Mirror's Edge is quite divisive for that reason. Yeah, so there's something at the, I think at the top of this tree. You will... Water will now feature in Jar Zone. Are you recommending me a video every stream, Bulk? That's the view to... oh, hold on, maybe I could try and follow the path there. Where's that go? Let's go this way. Ah, but this is where I... Where do I go? There's like a sky bridge. Wait, is that? Oh, this is new. Oh wait, no, I don't think it is actually, because I think we've... Is it? No, I feel like we've done this one. We'll go to Magmore Caverns again, why not?
Jackpot.
Oh my god, they're all coming out. Every kind of affirmation sound effect we've got. Oh yeah, I guess we... Fine. Fine, fine. Oh, oh god. I accidentally activated the, Sorry, bear with me a sec. I can't get it off. I've got the Steam overlay on, but I didn't mean to. Oh, why would it go off? Well, you can see we're like activating the, oh, this is being weird. Sorry, bear with me as I try and get this off. Yeah, I mean, you can't see it on stream, but I've got this Steam overlay on here. It's weird, because you can see I can move the cursor in game, but I can't get the overlay off. Oh, that's being really strange. I think there's like some sort of weird glitch with it where... Oh dear, this is a bit frightening, because I don't know how I can... It's weird, because it, it's fogging up the screen. Oh, hold on. Oh, damn it. Yeah, cause, there is always another window open with the game as well, because there's the, the game comes with a level editor as well, and that's how I'm loading mods for it as well, just for like the texture pack and stuff. Well, drat. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, so this is absurd, so I can still... so I can play it, but I've got the Steam overlay on, so I've got stuff like the friends list, the like community hub, like a little screenshot. It's blocking like most of the screen. I guess I have to play it by the. I have to play it by OBS. Oh my god, what a mess. Oh, that's so strange how that. I guess I press Shift and Tab together. There's the buttons you press to kind of activate the. Oh look, I didn't notice that. There's actually a keys. Yeah, you can see like there's what I missed. Oh, there's what I missed on level 3 as well. Actually, yeah, I don't know what. Yeah, those aren't the keys actually. The infinite symbols. I don't know what those are actually. Yeah, this is really annoying. I just want to get rid of the bloody overlay, but it's it just won't go. It's weird because I think the problem is the I really need a save point. This is such not an ideal way to play it. Okay, I'll tell you what I'll do. Oh no, I can't really do that. Okay, well I'll at least expand the OBS window on my monitor. There we go. Just I'm playing like in a window on my monitor. That's not too bad actually. Not ideal, but whatever. Can't make the map out very well. It's just not ideal as well because we're at a point where I well, don't know where I'm going. If this was a completely lost cause, I'd just be ending the stream here and there, to be honest, but we're at a point of uncertainty, so I don't know. So you don't know where to go. You know what? Let's just blind jump. No! I thought this might be. I thought this might be an indication of like a platform. It was not an indication of a platform. Ah well. Oh, we blind. Oh, what's that quote from? Oh, that's The Simpsons, isn't it? When Homer's trying to get some nerds. Past instances where I profess to like you were fraudulent. It's a great line. I was hoping we just like backtrack to the intro. It's such a weird. You know, I like Steam a lot, but I have occasionally had weird issues like this. I think in particular with big picture mode, like the console kind of the mode that's meant to make it act like a console sort of home menu. Oh, I really don't know where to go. Do what we can. Do what we can. It's just, at some point there's a way to like get up. Like I've seen a winding bridge in the sky, but I don't know where it starts and how we get there. I do not. See that? Yeah. Where's it go? It goes that way, but is it what I have to teleport to, maybe? Or do we have to go up the waterfall? Absolutely not. Oh wait, is this... No, that was a secret. Oh, was this the way to go as well? Ah! Just a secret area. Hooray! Just got extra life. It's goofy. Oh yeah, the goofy sound effect is goofy. Well observed, Cricket. Well observed. Oh, where do I... What do I... How do I really thought there'd be like a platform over there, but God, they haven't made this easy, have they?
This is where you fall down.
Ah! True. Repeatedly. It's got to be in this area somewhere. Okay, this might be the first time we're just like... Well, I mean, we were lost in the previous level a bit, but we are lost here, and then some. Where's this going? Let's zoom the map in. That's the furthest in I can zoom the map, believe it or not. Yeah, that Steam overlay is not going anywhere until I close the game, I think. Which wouldn't be a problem if this wasn't a a game where you could only save sporadically at certain points. That's kind of the same with Turok 2, but I noticed the remaster of that it also has a quick save option. Because if that was the case here, I would just be using that now and then just... Oh, what do we... Where do we... How do we... Okay, as I say, I don't know if... It's not, this could be like in some really obscure corner, isn't it? You're rooting for the Steam overlay! Oh, Cricken, you so antagonistic. Yeah, when they say Steam overlay, I mean like the thing where when you press Shift and Tab and it kind of opens up the home menu, as I say. It's the first time I've ever seen it act like this specifically. It's really strange. Yeah, I'm completely baffled, and it's going to be really obvious, I bet. I'll look it up. Because if I could save that, I'd probably just end the stream here, but I mean, I'm not that far on this level, I guess, but I don't want to show weakness to the Steam overlay. That's what it wants. It wants to break me. F-Zero track, yeah, I can see that bit, actually. God knows how I get to the F-Zero track now. Yeah, I think I might be at the point of just looking this up. I was going to try not to do with this game, but we are playing under somewhat dire straits, frankly, so sacrifice we'll have to make. Yeah. So that's the way we came. Yeah, not really anything else going on over here, I don't think. Nope. Okie doke. This is Jasm's help him look something up time. No, I say help him, you don't have to, like, look. Right, let's load up. While I'm doing this. Okay. Very good. It's a good tune to accompany, what was it, Turok Stage 6. Let's look at the video of it. Yeah, thanks for your patience, everyone. Nope, be quiet, you. Oh, they got to the treetops in like 8 minutes. We've been like way longer than that, we're still not there. Oh, they went to a warp fin. Oh wait, no, I think that's a bit further ahead. Oh wow, yeah, they got there even quicker than... Okay, but yep, they're in the area I'm at now, they're in the water bit. Cool. I'm not sure where they're going with great interest, they're by the waterfall. Oh, that's quite. I haven't actually tried that yet. They're just using the new weapon we got. Oh, I hope this isn't like obscenely obvious. I've just been an idiot. Not depressingly likely. Oh. Oop. Okay. So where do they go in here? Oh, damn it. Oh, that is quite obvious. Okay. I do feel a bit stupid there. There we go. Okay. So yeah, we won't be on too much longer, just... I mean, this isn't the worst, like, annoying technical thing I've had in the stream happen, I guess. Oh, I think you've got the S there, Times like these. Guess all you can do is laugh. But yeah, we have to go into the Great Deku Tree. We'll see what I mean there. Yeah, I was thinking about the wrong way, we gotta like... There we are. Probably should have realised. It seems kind of obvious now, yeah. Here we are. It's easy to miss though, right? Please justify my actions. This is quite cool, this is going to be a bit different. Slightly different environment-wise. Oh my god, a save point. Hey. Okay, we are actually called it there. There we go, Treetop Village. I probably don't need to be like doing multiple saves like that by that point. Let's have a quick look ahead, see what's Oh yeah, it's the new weapon we got. It's pretty wild, isn't it? He approves. Yeah, quite cool. Yeah, there we go. We'll finally put this to an end, I think. Yeah, a bit of a weird note to end on, wasn't it? Just sort of finally having to break and use a guide. And of course it was for something like, it seems quite obvious now. Alright, there we go. Yeah, thanks again, thanks so much everyone for tuning in. Let's go raid Peds now, shall we? Minecart section about the minecart. Right, so just gonna load Twitch up. Is Peds? Yeah, Peds is still on. Cool. Raid message is. Because I need to get ready for bed. I might give it a look at some point, but I don't. Bless you, it is nice of you to share me videos. You have to do one every streamer. But it is appreciated, thank you. Yeah, let's go raid Peds. Yeah, thank you so much, Ubelia. Greatly appreciate it. Just, I'll tell you what, raid messages, whatever you want. Give Peds cheerful rhetoric of some description. But yeah, thanks so much, everyone. Everyone take it easy, alright? Bye-bye.